spike can happen in just minutes.
Minneapolis woke up to a brutal record breaker.
Minus 16 degrees before sunrise.
The mercury bottomed out at 15 below this,
shattering the old mark set back in 1924.
City officials are telling everyone to stay inside.
I tried to manifest impossible, but it happened twice. My theme song to the facts of life. This that flow that's finna attract the whites. This that hunger flow, and I'ma do more than grab a bite. Cause I got an appetite, and I ain't snacking light. I do it for dope boys in the fastest rides. And the fiends, they gave tragic lives. Who spent the wheel of fortune spinning on that Vanna White and getting higher than satellites with a fractured life. Just playing the cards they was handed, right? And it's hard to be humble knowing the shit I did to sacrifice. I paid the cost for this life and y'all skipped the asking price. But I got my brothers who tell me when I ain't acting right. And they finna keep it 100 just like the Jackson 5. And I'll be damned if I handle my business with a damaged eye. My vision greater now that it's magnified. I see the big picture cause I don't dream in a standard size. That's cause I fantasize the truth and not some random lies. None of it's randomized and now I'm fucking romanticized. I'm control chaos at its core if you analyze. And I don't make music for babies, my fans were pacified. Secretly tried teaching them slow and would leave classified. Been whacked and ask if I did that. Knowing I present my flow beautifully just based off how I gift wrapped. They seeing red from mistakes if I bullshit that. So I'd rather give you the message directly by using just facts. I made a turnaround so I can get my lick back. Cause life tried to break me, but God gave me tools to fix that. Gave me strength to lift that, and I did it without a six-pack. Cause I realized the bar alone kept me from growing, showing where I ain't fit at. I see the hotter they made me, I fairly been getting colder. The story you made up, I just wrote the ending, that shit is over. I'm trained for war, you fucking should be scary cause nigga soldier. These ups and downs ain't a roller coaster. This January in Minnesota. Life. I wonder, will she take me under? Check it. Here's another one for me to write myself. Feeling proud cause these feelings I can type myself. Ain't a soul that anybody quite like myself. Creating music is my therapy to write myself. So many problems I done had, you just wouldn't understand. But that's part of God's plan when becoming a man. Didn't know that I'd be both mom and dad of my clan. Asking God, trying to figure out just how it began. Maybe it's luck or maybe it's the things that I prayed for. To go through difficulty so I learned to be grateful. Of the gifts that had me working hard and I slaved for. Cause prayer came free, it's the blessings I paid for. Facts, tell me if it's all what it seems. Is life the type of bitch that you would call Billie Jean? Maybe a simulation and it's all just a dream. You ever wonder what it all really means? I promise that it's all gonna be alright. Alright, 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 alright. And if it's time to go, it won't be tonight. Tonight, 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 tonight. Baby, I'm just here to live my life. My life, my life, my life, my life. But I promise that it's all gonna be alright. Alright, 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 alright. And I'ma go harder than ever, better than previous for sure. Just gotta remember, never the easiest of roads. When you trying to succeed and hope it immediately shows. The object is progress and what a process all the shit has become. But I'm getting it done for the fact that I got children in one. Girl to take around the world, seeing Europe in style. Instead of wondering how much she gonna put up with now. Could have been down and now, seeing life passing by me. Blaming everything and everyone and asking why me. To the almighty as if he's the one behind me. I can grind me under bridges while I wish I died nightly. But I knew I had better in store. Clean my life up and I made a vow like never before. Told my peoples that I love them, I'ma put up a fight. And before I lay my head down and turn off the lights, I said, I promise that it's all gonna be alright. Alright, 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 alright. And if it's time to go, it won't be tonight. Tonight, 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 tonight. Baby, I'm just here to live my life. My life, my life, my life, my life. But I promise that it's all gonna be alright. Alright. attention to the greatest. And nah, I ain't playing. More money like Damon. I'm just making my way in. Ooh, wasn't hard to get here, so what the fuck you rappers really was saying? Ooh, skip college, so if they finna reach, I'ma teach. Now all of them paying. Ooh, I'm looking around, surrounded by rookies and all of them youngins. They cooking and looking at me like I'm old. I'm thinking it's over and done with. They said he debate about the grace. They know who I am, but ain't in their discussions. So I made me a reintroduction to show them exactly who not to fuck with. The game is a trip and it's always gonna play out the same. I know. You getting some shit immature, but the friends that you needed gon' turn into foes. Shacking out on they feelings and turning to fools to put on a show. Crying and acting like hoes, cause they saw me winning from hitting my goals. I swear that I picked up on all of their bullshit, and I treat it like regular days. All of them came at me foul, but my mentality remains the same. So I'ma continue to drive and go for the win and stay in my lane. So pray that you ain't in my face, blocking my shot cause I won't fade away. Hey, but
hello, team. Susan Carter, what's up? Welcome in. We're getting ready to get started. I hope all is well with you. Here in NYC, got super easy week, free vacation, pretty much. Let's go. I'm out here babysitting union work. That's funny. I'm doing well. We're getting ready to get started. I'm pouring and fixing my coffee.
I swear that I feel like Kobe. But they told me to be like Mike, and all of my life I thought I was Jordan. But he's still recording history up in the 2-3 zone and scoring. The brightest enlightened free man, just like it was Morgan. Shining while he performing.
Trey Henry.
Rocking the nation domestic of 444 foreign. Family, I'm so out of orbit. I'm dancing with all of the stars. Appreciate just how I glow, but you can admire that shit from afar. I swear my mama avoid the drama.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Trey Henry. Boom, boom. Jenny Bryant, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm doing great. You ever been? Yeah, my cousin lives out in Queens. Yo. So yeah, I definitely been to New York. It's a good time. It's definitely a good time, yo. But all right, I gotta get the coffee. Hey, big shout out to my homie Just Nick. Just Nick is a good friend of mine, and he used to work for me. I'm in the military. He used to work for me out there in Iraq, man. Great freaking dude. Make sure you check out his music. He said, yeah, he knows about Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Boo, boo. All right. So, where's my coffee bag? Oh, there's my coffee bag. I'm staying in Manhattan. Oh, Manhattan. Yeah, I know where you're at. She had her wedding out there. That's really cool. But yo, if you're getting here for the first time, make sure you sub. Make sure you come check us out on Twitch. Yeah. That's your DJ voice. You're like, hey, come on to Twitch. Come hang out on Twitch.
Was paid, I hated my life and fought with the pain. Started to write and caught me a flame. Turned on a mic and all of it changed. All of my critics would call me insane when I said
so you're in Manhattan, so you gotta go to Legoland, you gotta go to the Nintendo store and all that good stuff. You did something, yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate you subbing. Me and now I'm a one-on-one. I had to show that I'm worth something and was going crazy trying to do this. And the truth is, I felt like I needed approval in order to prove shit. In reality, that's an illusion. A mistake and nothing I'm cool with. I saw that I probably blew it because I was just sitting on all of this music. If they finna sleep, they off finna snooze it. Give them the real, so ain't a confusion. We seen it before with rappers who moving. That's winning with lies, now all of them losing. That's what you get when you live in delusion. If I fake a smile, I feel like I'm toothless. Anthony Edwards with how I'ma shoot shit. But I don't play the position of two, bitch, I am the one. Run it, run it, run it. Run it, run it, run it. Run it, run it, run it. I am the one. Hey, Yusuke the Reaper. What's up, bro? How's it going? And welcome in. Welcome one, welcome all.
I'm the most determined soul, CJ Berry, the leader of waves and waves of people in determination. CJ's who I am. MDSoul is what I am. So you guys can just call me CJ. I really don't mind it. And today, we have a good show for you guys. Of always, we're gonna kick it like karate. And on Mondays, we check out arcade sticks of Reddit. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love arcade sticks of Reddit. And then I wouldn't say we're rating them, but we're just talking about them in great details. I love looking at other people's sticks. Pause. No Diddy. I like looking at arcade sticks specifically arcade sticks. That's what I like to do. First experience here was crazy. I got here at 5 a.m. and there was a lady popping a squat in the doorway next to my hotel, yelling, "Don't look." Yo, bro, that's what I've been telling folks, man. I was like, New York is just like Grand Theft Auto. Like when I went there, I was just walking down the street and I was just hearing random stuff. And one of the ladies like, "Yeah, my feet are hot. Don't suck them." What? What are we talking about at this point? It's like we're saying some of the most random stuff out here, and I was just like, what is life? Is life real right now? What are we doing? So I really didn't understand the New York lifestyle. Francisco, what's up? You're new here. Well, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're new here. And we're going to be talking about fight sticks and fighting games and video game culture here today, like we always do. And we're going to have a good time doing it. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Don't forget to follow on Twitch. All that's greatly appreciated. We're going to have a good time today. Yes, they're GTA NPCs for sure, Carnage. And like, yo, what is that? Like, St. Louis is slowly but surely turning into that just a little bit, man. So what happened, because it was my wife, she never experienced stuff like that. And she was like, man, all I can do is laugh. And we were walking downtown St. Louis, and the lady's like, "If I give someone AIDS, will I go to jail?" I'm like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? I said, yes. If you intentionally sleep with somebody and you know you have it and you don't disclose that's murder. You can't do that, yo. Oh yeah, hey, yo, you check out. I forgot the name of the store, but it's by the Hotel Benjamin, right? Well, it's not by it, but it's walking distance from the Hotel Benjamin. And there's this anime retro gaming store that's out there. So the bottom floor is like all manga, and then the top floor is like all retro games. And it reminds me of Japan. I've been to Japan before also, but it reminds me a lot of Japan and how their retro gaming stores are. It's just really, really cool. I strongly recommend it if you're able to go. But also Carnage, bro, I just want to let you know I miss you, man. I'm shedding a tear for you right now. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, man. I need to just give you a call and see what's going on because I don't know what's going on. Yo, get wrecked. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Oh, I saw that you were having you had a little bit of difficulties in the events last night. We'll talk about that. We'll work on that. Get wrecked. If you want to learn some stuff before you get to crazy, because crazy he goes into a deep dive. But before you get to crazy and you want to learn some stuff to help level you up and get better, please by all means hit me up, man. Get me up. Sounds like The Great Escape. That's a retro store in Nashville, Tennessee. Yosuke, you're from Tennessee. That's why we connect if that's the case. Yeah, call me whenever. We are always in the chat in different. Yeah, we just keep on missing each other. I just got back from an army event yesterday. For 3 days. Oh my freaking gosh, man. Ugh. Golly. That's what's up, man. I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm originally from Clarksville, Tennessee. I went to Austin Peay State University. My wife went to Vanderbilt. I definitely know about Nashville. This is some of my stomping grounds. Going on Grand, going on Second Ave. Man, good times, man. Really freaking good times. And I got homies from Memphis. You know, of course, I got frat. You know, I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma. So I got frat from Memphis that I always visited, man. Yo, Nashville's a good place, man. Well, I don't know how it is now because I've been in freaking St. Louis for the last 12 years. I go back home and visit, but I know it's not the same as living there now. But I have really, really good memories of, you know, hanging out and going to parties and going to these events. What's the name of that daggone restaurant? It's like 3 floors. 3 floors worth of food, man. It's freaking incredible. It's freaking amazing. But anyways, my coffee's almost done. I'm stalling because I'm waiting for my coffee to get done. I love coffee. My brother, your brother lives in Clarksville. Clarks, Vegas. So we might know some of the people that I know, man. Well, I went to Northeast High School. I lived out there in Tylertown, close to Trenton, Kentucky. And then, yeah, man, my dad was stationed at Fort Campbell, and all that good stuff, man. Ah, man, all the good memories are just flooding in. That's what's called the diner or the dinner. That's what it's called. Yeah, man. Oh, I have so many great memories. Living in you know, Tennessee. Oh my goodness, so many good. I'm about to cry. No, I'm not a punk. Just stuff like that nostalgia. Ooh, excuse me, that nostalgia. Popsicle. The real question is Simba. What is Samba or Forum? Forum. Get the forums. Oh, you know. Oh, okay. So your teammate in football. Oh, you're in college right now? What year did he graduate? Did your teammate graduate from there? Yo, Popsicle. All right. Before we get to Reddits of Arcade Stick, let's go check out these Adidas. No, because I'm gonna say I have a blue pair, white and blue, white and black, all white. I got a pair of high tops, Adidas for, dude. Hey, Popsicle. No. Let's check this out real quick, like my guy. Let's check this out real quick, like. So first off, I'm not like a huge fan of Adidas, but I don't want to say I was too broke. You graduated in 2012. Well, Yusuke, I'm older. I graduated 2004 from Northeast High School. So I was before your guys' time. Yeah, what up, man? How's it going, man? It's Rune Springer. I like to sing about the moon in the June in Rune Springer. I like to sing. All right, so here he is. Forums. Let's look at the Sumbers first. Let's look at those Sumbers first, real quick, like. And so I can. Not Sombra, Sambas, real quick, like. So this is a shoe of an OG soccer player. This is a shoe of an OG soccer player. So, and for me, they're not for me because they can't go for everything, you know. They work, but they can't go with everything, and that's the one thing that bothers me. You have to have a straight leg jean, and I don't like wearing straight leg jeans because it makes my balls hurt, you know. I have saggy balls. It is what it is. I know TMI, but I have saggy balls. All right. So with that being said, the Forums, they're a little bit wider of a shoe, and they give off, and I think the reason why I'm pissy about them and I stopped getting them was because they went up in price. And this shoe fits a whole lot more outfits in the style that I like to get dressed up in, because I'm not overall like an Adidas. I mean, I got an Adidas track jacket on right now, right? An Adidas sweatsuit on right now, but I'm not necessarily a Adidas guy, right? I'm not Adidas guy. There's certain pieces. There's certain pieces that work better than others, right? And this shoe right here, I have this one, I have this one, and which other one I got? I can't remember. But and on top of that, on top of all that, I am more so the shoes, a nice Samba with ultra wide drink. Oh man, I don't know about that. Again, you got to remember, I'm 40 years old, so the way I dress things up and put things together are going to be a little bit different with my age, right? I think I'm a cool 40-year-old, but I'm still 40-year-old at the time. But here's one that I'll argue this with you, Pop. So Adidas is greater than Nike just because they about the same quality, but generally cheap. That part right there. So the Forums, to me, they are an alternative to the Nike Dunks. I think they're a cheaper alternative to the Nike Dunk. But the thing that got me bothered was people caught on to that, and then they raised the price of their shoe. So originally this was $80. Now they're to see right here, it shows 80, right? I don't know why they're acting like that's not the original price that they had them at, but they're originally at $80. And I'm like, yo, bro, why are they more expensive now? And it's because people caught on and realized that it was a cheaper shoe. Dang, someone got help souls. But yo, what's up, Godzilla team? She's gonna help you with your channel. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, she's gonna take good care of you. L will take great freaking care of you, man. But now here's what I like, and here's what I've been wearing the most lately. A particular shoe. I'm originally a Vans and a DC fan. I'm a fan of Vans and DCs, right? And the shoe that I've been wearing a lot is this one. This is nice and thick. It's thick. And they're nice and heavy. So it gives me all the vibes and all the things I want at a cheaper price. And I'm able to put my little skull on there too. I believe that Vans, the more that you wear them, the more that they get beat up, the better they look. I don't know why it's like that with Vans. You do not have to constantly clean your Vans to make sure that they stay white. And that's one thing I definitely appreciate about Vans. So the Ultra Ranges, I love Ultra Ranges. These are great. And they're for $100. You get a shoe that's extremely comfortable. That's not the one that I have. I forgot the name of that one specifically. Let me see if it says the name on this one. It has the pop cushions, but this one doesn't say the name or the name of the style on this one. I don't think. What does it say? Does it say? Wait, it just says world's best skateboard. But I love Vans, man. And typically my Vans go with anything. And more recently, they started making more Vans that have that cushion that make sure your feet don't hurt. And I just like Vans. Vans, you're talking about something that goes with everything. Vans, you can dress them up, you can dress them down, and they're just a really good shoe. And then the other shoe that I like a whole lot right now, and I will always like, and I have like 10 pairs of them, is the Jordan 1s. You can't go wrong with a pair of Jordan 1s. And I got this hybrid version of 11. It's not an 11, but it's like this weird hybrid version of it. And yeah, I like these a lot too. These go with a lot of good things. So in my closet right now, it's Vans Ultra Range. And I got a couple of pairs of just classic Vans. What else do I have? Jordan 1s. And Forums. That's pretty much the shoes of choice in my closet. Yo, I've been on the Vans Ultra Range in Neos for the past year. See, See, you get where I'm coming from. Dunks, Air Force One, New Balance, Air Max, Vans, Jordan ones are the only shoes I buy. No, I feel you on that. I think the only one I can't get with, even though I have a couple pairs, are the Air Force Ones. I have a really hard time working with the Air Force Ones. I feel like I'm lying, because they're so bulky and they give you like 2 inches of height. When are you going to full dad with white New Balance? Never. But I do have New Balance though. I have the New Balance 1010s. I forgot about those. New Balance. I do have two or three pairs of New Balance 1010s. They are very nice. And it kind of goes in the realm of skateboarding, right? If you check these out, they're kind of they work for me because of that. They're a nice skate shoe, and they work very well. They have a nice silhouette, so they're very skateboard dad shoe. That's the best way I can say it. They're very skateboard dad shoe like, right? Recently started selling my Queef. Whoa, and what? Hey yo, hey, wow. Wow, that's insane. The Jordans. Nicholas, how's it going? Tiptoeing in my Jordans. And my wife's looking at me crazy when I said tiptoeing in my Jordans. Dude, same. Air Force One make it seem like you're trying to look taller than you are. Yeah, and I got some thick ones. I heard MJ released the... What? Those? I don't think he did. MJ, little boot holes. What? What are y'all talking about? Insane. And freaking insane. Don't forget to subscribe while y'all talking crazy over there. y'all freaking weird. Which one of the other Converse, not the Chuck Taylors, the other big ones, these... What? Hey, we're talking about shoes. You're being weird, man. That's a weird way to introduce yourself, man. What are we talking about? Yo, P3. Hey, bro. Hey, speaking of Olympics, the the Canadians are cheating. The Canadians are cheating, man. I think that's freaking wild. That's the wildest thing ever. And because all the Canadians I know are very nice. It was like, why are you cheating? That's not in your MO to be a cheater. Why are we doing it? Oh man. Is your PSN account MDSoul or MDSoultv? It's MDSoul. I want to say it's MDSoul15 to be specific for PSN. I think MDSoul, regular MDSoul is my brother. All the Canadians I know are very nice. Meanwhile, I exist. He's like, I hate you. Sorry. Oh man, let me get this freaking coffee, man. Let me get this freaking coffee, yo. This is freaking wild, bro. Okay. First, I'm gonna stack my flow. And then I'm gonna stack some. All right, hold on. Give me 2 seconds here. Let's Oh, also, we're getting closer and closer to the new Tekken update. I'm extremely excited about that, by the way. The Tekken update that's about to release in March, and literally next month. I'm pretty excited about that, and hopefully we're going in the right direction with Tekken, you know. Yeah. I think I'm gonna stand on business with that one. Tekken. I think I'm gonna make a little video. They said back to basics, right? I'm going back to basics. I need to go back to basics with that, man. Also, hey, the thing that I almost forgot. Where's my, wait, hold on. Where's my keys? Hold on. Um, I wasn't able, I wasn't able to go and, I wasn't able to go off and find my keys or whatever. Not excuse me, post my keys recently because I got way busier than I thought I was recently because of all the stuff that I was doing during this week. But I have this cool keychain. I got this cool keychain right here that I thought was like really, really dope, yo. Check out this keychain that I made, and I'm gonna put on sale on my shop. It's like a fidget button keychain thing, and I'm gonna like put a like fireball on there for and a harpoon for Mortal Kombat. Obviously, we got a fist for Tekken. Yeah, I'm fixing to pour some coffee too, lady. So, matter of fact, could you pour some here in mine, and pour it like two-thirds up, or I tell you when. Okay. Um. I look like MD Run DMC person 89. What's up? Welcome in. How you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. Yeah. Oh yeah, today's my wife. She thanks for the reminder. Also, today's coffee that we have is Urban Grounds Coffee. This is my coffee sponsor right here. If you like sponsors, everybody likes sponsors. If you like coffee, hey, make sure you check out this coffee right here. Everything goes towards my gaming team. It's a really, really good one, and the coffee that we're drinking all the time is creme de la creme. Creme de la creme. Roblox lover, what's up? Welcome in. Hope all is well, man. Bat Blood, what's up? How's it going? He said walk this way. That's funny. Do you cuss in your streams? And nice hat. Oh yeah, this is my St. Louis hat. Boom. I live in the St. Louis area, but every once in a while I do. I'm not like I try to remain as professional as I possibly can. Person 89. I'm a dad. I'm a dad of 3 boys. And I try to be very, very aware of my cussing. Like, do I cuss every once in a while? And have I dropped a couple of F-bombs before? Yes, I have. But I don't make it like my regular MO to go off and cuss and all that other good stuff and going off. And it's just not professional. And with my 3 sons or whatever, they might have friends, or their friends' parents might come into my stream and they might be like, yo, let me check out this person's dad. And then they check me out and they're like, hey, you can't hang out with that kid because his dad cusses too much. I don't want to embarrass my kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is an Animal Crossing mug. Oh. This coffee is just warming my heart. My God. Actually, I actually have a good mug collection. It's to the point now my wife is like, hey, you have a little too many mugs. We're not doing this anymore. That's another thing I gotta post. I gotta post the MDSoul and Team Capri mug so that you guys can drink coffee with me. I would love that. I used to cuss a lot, and growing up, I realized speaking without cussing is what makes you sound like an adult and not an edgy teenager. Right? I'm kind of with you on that. And you know what? Guess what, Bat Blood? We have tea. As a matter of fact, let's check out this. Let's go to the link before we finally start talking about arcade sticks and stuff like that. So this is Team Capri. This is my gaming team, Team Capri FGC. And this is all the stuff you can get from us, man. And from my sponsor. And guess what? They have teas. They have blood orange vanilla tea. They have English breakfast tea, green tangerine, peach oolong tea. And they have, I don't know how to pronounce that. Then they have the Urban Grounds gift card, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But they do have teas. Okay, if you don't cuss a lot, I can watch your show. Okay, cool. That's what's up. You know, I don't regularly cuss, but welcome. It's chamomile. That's how you say that. Chamomile, peach tea, like that. But no, I don't cuss a lot on the stream. But yo, person, welcome in. Hopefully you end up being a longtime friend, a longtime subscriber, because we do this actually we do this 4 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, skip Wednesday for mental health, Thursday, Friday, and we play a lot of fighting games and all that good stuff. Oh, excuse me, Godzilla King. You're going to the river right now. To do what? You're going fishing? Wulong tea, not to be confused with the Chinese successful game black tea Wulong. Oh, man. All right, let's get to what we're talking about today, all right? And also, that's enough. Before we get to what we're talking about today and what we're doing today with Reddit arcade sticks, hey, guys, if you're ever in a situation where like, oh, man, I miss Soul. Oh, I have to interact. Guys, I just want you guys to watch, you know? Of course, you can have dialogue and all that good stuff. But, you know, I kind of treat this as if this is a gaming podcast, and periodically you guys can, you know, say whatever you need to say or put your comments. You know, look at it like the Breakfast Club with the chat on it, right? And periodically I engage with the chat. I don't know why other guys don't do that, where it's like, no, they're not watching you for the game. They're watching you for the interaction, right? So if you're at work, just pull me up. You're not going to get in trouble at work. I do get in moods sometimes, I will admit. But, you know, just pull me up at work. I would appreciate it. And you just listen in, tune in. We'll be talking about stuff on a regular basis. So, again, thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening in, guys. And now let's go into arcade sticks of Reddit. I need to put that picture, that style, onto my onto the YouTube side. So you guys didn't see the little video, but it's okay. P3, that pun was for you. Yeah, it was. Ow, crap. I hit my knee. I hit my knee good too. On top of that, that made it worse. Ouch. We're not on the debate yet. We're gonna get there. We'll get there. We're on arcade sticks. Arcade sticks are Reddit. You had a bit of a journey with arcade sticks. Game controllers, especially with fighting games. What type of journey did you go on? Oh, also, by the way, I do make arcade sticks myself. One of the ones that boom, this is my arcade stick that I built. It's called the Clean Sweep. I'm really proud of this arcade stick here. It's a great arcade stick, and it's lightweight. It's not super duper heavy, and I think it's a good weapon, I guess you can say. Tomorrow we will be completing Godzilla King's arcade stick that we have right here. Boom, we'll probably complete this on stream right here. He ordered the black one, and we're gonna put a nice design on it. I can put designs on there, like for example, the one that I made for myself. I live in the St. Louis area, so of course I have an arcade stick with the St. Louis Cardinals all over it. Go Cards. And yeah, that's kind of one of the things. And then from that point on, we're going to be building arcade sticks with different designs on them. If I take commissions, the commissions are probably going to be pretty expensive. So I'm going to give people opportunities to get the arcade sticks that I make on stream, you know. You have okay, that's a person. That's perfectly fine. You can come and go as you please. Thanks for coming in, yo. Thanks for coming in. Time to debate right now. That's funny. All right. So arcade sticks of Reddit. As you guys all know, I'm a huge fan of arcade sticks. I love what's going on with all the arcade sticks and all the arcade sticks build. But this one right here, right off the bat today, we're finding like an amazing arcade stick collection, and it's with the Quamba Obsidian. Anybody out there into Quamba Obsidians? I'm not as big as fan of this Obsidian because I'm not a fan of the Vulix. I'm a fan of the Quamba Pearl because it has the Nior layout. But this one in particular, right here, amazing build though, right? I would prefer the Nior layout. But you know, that doesn't mean that this layout isn't viable for anybody that's out there. But I love like this whole 2XKO stuff. Here we got Vi from 2XKO. It has the nice pink in the background. Then it has the bat top right there. Then it has the clear white buttons. What I would like to see on this particular arcade stick here, again, this is not an ugly arcade stick by no means. It is a beautiful arcade stick. But what I would like to see on this one, especially with it being clear with its buttons, put the little picture of what that button represents. I wouldn't mind seeing S1 and S2 and the swap out button right there, then, you know, light, medium, and heavy. I think that would add so much personality to this arcade stick, and saying, hey, I am a fan, this is what I do, and this arcade stick right here is specifically dedicated to you know, to this game. And same thing right here at the bottom one, you know, this is Caitlyn, right? Caitlin's pretty dope. I will admit, why can't I get in there? It won't let me go. Oh, whatever. I'm just zooming in and out at random spots, right? But Caitlyn's actually a pretty dope character. She's been zoning a lot of people out, and they put the pill on there. I wish they had a blue pill top for this particular, so that they could have more cohesion with this arcade stick, or for that matter, maybe a different gradient of white there. Maybe we might have a beige instead. But overall, still an incredible arcade stick. I love the way this looks. It looks incredible. I don't know what else to say about this. 2XKO, they have great character models and great PNGs or pings for everybody to use, and people are just capitalizing off of how good their character posts. Am I using the right? Their media packages. Like you can use them like. You don't even have to do a lot of editing. And that's what makes this look so polished and good. I love it. I love this thing. Yeah. I didn't go to arcades as a kid, so I grew up playing on pad controllers. One day I tried learning Guilty Gear Strive, and my hands and thumbs were in pain. And so I went looking for controllers that wouldn't hurt so much. I actually tried Mayflash at first, but it did not go well. Sadly, I eventually found my way to leverless controller and used them ever since. Currently using the Junk Food Swirl. Ah, that's a good controller. Yeah, I want to get one so bad, which is highly customizable. The blue one kind of looks like Zatanna from DC Comics. Yeah, adding button labels would make those look, yeah, it would look that much more official, right? So, Junk Food Arcade was one of the arcade sticks or the leverless controllers I invested in, right? They're a very good company. I want to get the Swirl. I would love to get the Swirl, but there's so many other things I don't want to get, so I don't think it's in my budget right now. I don't think it's in my budget right now. What is this? Pinball sticks? What is this? Oh, so you can plug this into your phone or whatever, and you can, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't think this goes with arcade sticks of Reddit, but it's something that's kind of cool there. Someone's birthday gift finally arrived. Okay, very nice. All right. 3D printed the GP 2040 build. One of my my locals did for you. Okay, that's nice. Well, actually, this is very nice, especially for this to be a 3D printed project. Man, honestly, that slick might be the future of a lot of arcade sticks. Outside of like the big dogs, Quamba and stuff like that. If they stop making arcade sticks, you know, I think that might be the answer to a lot of that, 3D printing your stuff. It's a lot. If you really think about it, if you like building arcade sticks or you like the idea of collecting arcade sticks, which most people that start getting arcade sticks and stuff like that are part of, it's way cheaper to go out there, buy a 3D printer, and then start printing all the things that you need for your arcade stick. It just is, man. I'm at a point now where I'm like, I can make and build at least 4 to 6 arcade sticks a month, just because. I mean, I probably could make more than that, but I'm that's about where I'm at right now. I can build that many arcade sticks in a month, man. Hey, Button Drummer, what's up? Here's the thing. Here goes another thing here. Here goes another. If you guys want to go on that, this is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna go on a journey with you guys. I'm gonna go on an official arcade stick journey with you guys, and hopefully you guys will go on that ride with me. Bat Blood, pull out your Mayflash again. Pull out your Mayflash. Godzilla King, when you get the arcade stick that I built for you, we're gonna go on a journey. And that journey isn't necessarily Tekken or one particular fighting game. It's learning how to be proficient with your arcade stick. It's learning how to be proficient with your arcade stick. And I think a lot of people have a hard time with the arcade stick because they think it's like you just naturally shift over. But the question I have for you is, can you learn Spanish in a day? Yeah, I know how to talk, so I should be able to speak Spanish. That's not true. What do you have to do? You can't go off and start talking sexy to the Latina over there, right? You have to learn basic Spanish words before you start talking to that beautiful Latina over there. So with that being said, the same rules apply to arcade sticks. Using a controller is a language. Using a leverless controller is a language. Using a levered controller is a language, and you have to learn that language when you have been speaking handheld controller your whole life. Does that make sense? So we're going to teach you how to speak lever. Yo, Will, what's up, man? How's it going? Black man, yeah, that's we. What's up, bro? Hope all is well with you, man. But that's what we're going to do. Important stick warm-ups with clever rubber grommets. Do 5 CW rotations, counterclockwise rotations when you first starting for the day. Yeah, absolutely. But here's the trick. You don't get in there and go, I'm going to play Tekken day 1. No. What you're going to do, you're going to start off playing games like Pac-Man, Metal Slug, Mega Man, Final Fight, Streets of Rage. These are the games that allow Galaga. Yes, these are the games that you warm up in. These are the games that teach you the muscle memory to use your arcade stick. You have to do that because how did you learn how to play controller? Mario, Sonic, Castlevania. List the games go on and on if you're as old as I am. To the point where you finally get to, oh, I'm gonna play Mortal Kombat, Tekken. Exactly. So you gotta find games that fit the way you need to use your controller. So, for example, Spyro the Dragon would not work for an arcade stick. Why? Because it has analog. So that you can't do that. But does it work for the swirl? Yes, absolutely. Yes, exactly. Scott Pilgrim. So we're gonna go down and have that journey and saying, does this game work for your stick? And we're gonna go through and play a lot of games that do that. First ever leverless was actually Junk Food Snack Box Micro XL. When I went to a couple of Hot 42 controllers until the Swirl came out, it legit replaced every other controller I have, and they're working on making this thing wireless. Yeah, I think the Swirl is great. You know, but you know, Bat Blood, I have the original Junk Food Arcade snack box. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't it nice? So I'm a big fan of villains because I'm not a bad guy. At least I don't think I am. And it's very difficult for me to be bad or like mean. I don't think I'm a mean person. And so I live vicariously through bad guys in TV shows and, you know, video games and stuff, right? And then on the back he has D.L. Brando. So let's give you a little bit of closer look there. See? D.L. Brando. It has the you know, that guy and it's and then on the back it's really cool. I was trying to put all his colors and the comics together more than anything is, man. I like that one. Really anything that doesn't need a fight stick for camera controls or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily say that. Get wrecked, because there's legitly games that, like, even though it's you just don't do it. Like, for example, I said Mega Man, but Mega Man is an advanced game, and it's probably best that you do use controller. Or for that matter, Axiom Verge. A lot of Metroidvanias. That's like advanced controller use. So not necessarily that, but you, especially if you're trying to learn it. Now, if you already know how to use your arcade, that's different. Like, I'm in a place now where it's like, hey, I want to play Mega Man. I'm going to play on my arcade stick, right? Because I can. But I wouldn't say just anything that doesn't allow for camera controls. No, this doesn't have wood corners. This one has metal. My corners are metal. And I've been looking for that particular corner for a long time, and I never could find it. But I'm doing a project with Germs for the cool skateboards. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Alicia, is it Lebert? I'm just going to call you Alicia. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, sticks are dangerous. I feel like they're too Yes, they're like shoes. They're just like shoes, man. So, did I show you what I'm working on with Germs right now? In my holders, these are going to be my side holders right here for arcade sticks. And honestly, I'm just waiting on you, Button Drummer. I'm waiting on you. Yeah, the note taker, yes. So I'm waiting on you. And what we can do, we can cut a deal, and you can yeah, I would love to work with you. We don't have to do it tonight, but just ping me, and we can have a discussion. And remember, some of the goal with this arcade stick is to make it lightweight, but I'm also trying to make sure that I'm able to write on it, and we'll go over that. So yeah, let's do that. But let's get back to these arcade sticks. I'm trying to find some other ones. But oh yeah, if you're getting here for the first time, thanks for coming in. Most Determined Soul, CJ Berry. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget what? Download, install updates. Updates on what? All right, waiting. Download. Check. Oh no. No. No, we're closing that. But yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow on Twitch. Either place, doesn't matter. I just love that you guys are hanging out with me. All right, next one. Let's see what's up with this. I'm not too familiar with this one, but this person goes by Bishop Select. And Bishop Select is back with more accessible, fully custom or ergonomic controller. Meet the Opal. And I can see why he calls it the Opal. That's actually pretty nice. So it looks like there's this thing that's been going around where you're playing on arcade sticks that are adjusted to your wrist, so you're not hurting your hands and you're not hurting your wrists, right? And I kind of like what he's doing here. And look, it has a handle so you can carry it around, and then you're just placing your hand. You're just more so like relaxing your hands on the arcade stick versus kind of being at an awkward angle. It reminds me of a lot of keyboards out there, and a lot of people have been getting arcade sticks like this. But this is pretty cool. So you got your left, right, up, down, and then I'm not too sure what these buttons are for. I'm gonna assume that they're like, you know, your R3, L3 type buttons, right? Oh, ooh, I like this yellow and green one. That's very nice. I like the way that looks. And this one is the you know, the one that Hitbox is going after people about, but they made this different enough to where it's like, no, this is just a leverless controller. But this is really nice. You got left, right, down, and up. Then again, I'm assuming that these two buttons are L3 and R3. Yeah, this is very nice. I love what they're doing here. Oh, I like this opal like mix. I don't know. Man, I don't necessarily need to know how he did it, but it'd be cool if I knew how he did it. It's not to take his idea or anything like that, because that's not how I make my arcade sticks. But man, this is gorgeous. Look at the purple and yeah. Oh my gosh. So each one that someone gets, it's gonna be different. And then he has a wood grain one too. This is an amazing idea. This is an amazing controller. Oh, oh, easy upvote. Easy up. I don't know why that one didn't get as many upvotes. Oh, we got to do this stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the button drumming. Reminds me of skate park. It does remind me of skate park ramp. It does. Definitely give pyramid vibes. I do have to admit, using the bongos, I can rotate the entire thing to make the ergonomics unbeat. Oh, I didn't think about that. The red and black, man, he has a lot of options here. That red and black, this one right here, I like that one a lot. Ugh. But this one's really, the only one I'm like, I don't like red and blue, like, not that light of, like, I wish it was darker. Yo, Nick, what's up? I wish that was darker. But it's all good. But no, overall, it's a good idea. It's a great idea. Who makes this? Who makes this one? This one's by Bishop Select. That's who makes that one. I like that one because they truly try to make something unique and innovative. Yeah. I'm a sucker for wood. I'm a sucker for wood grain, man. My dream controller is to have half of it be a D-pad or a normal analog style controller with the handle, and then the buttons on the right hand side, leverless style. I know it sounds weird, but I love Pat. They already have that. I forgot what they were called, but right now I think Poke Chop is using that one. Hold on. I think Poke Chop has that, and we talked about it a little bit last week. Yeah. I forgot what it was called. Poke Chop. Tekken. Let me see. I wonder if he has any recent pictures of him holding that particular arcade stick or that leverless controller. Man. He recently used that one, and I was like, yo, that's actually pretty cool. Oh, there it is. Look real close. Look real close. I'm gonna open this up. Open image in new tab. There we go. There it is. See, so this side is a D-pad, and then he has the regular buttons like an arcade stick, and he has a little piece of the analog there. I'm getting even close. I'm trying not to look at his ball sack. There we go. But yeah, they do have that, right? They do have that. And it's actually, again, I think it's actually a really nice controller. It's a very nice controller, you know. Again, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. And I still like the idea of having a traditional, you know, levered arcade stick, you know? Navy, red, yes, it would, Nick. I don't disagree. Ricky has been using it. It's called the Pad Box GS. Okay. My dream controller is a wire plugged to my brain so I won't have to drop it. That's more than fair. What else? I remember when they first came out with it, it was a wood box and it had a half of a controller hanging out the side. And then it evolved to a 3D printed half of a PlayStation controller hanging off to the side to what it is today. Very, very, very nice controller. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, some of these are okay. I'm with that. Bro. Wait, hold on. He converted a VTech Apple into a fight stick. And he said for some reason, no, you wanted attention. You wanted attention. It still gets an upvote though. That's actually pretty funny. You're gonna win Evo and speakers, but yeah, how else can you spell? I got Saga making art for my Obsidian 2 and my NACA. Oh, that's what's up. Hey, when you talk to Saga, wait, hold on. When you go talk to Saga about this, be like, next time you talk to him about it with this art, be like, hey, when are you gonna talk to Soul about your artwork? Because I know Soul has been talking to you about, you know, with your artwork, with the controller and the design that's coming out, also being able to put it on a t-shirt, and he had mentioned something about that with you, and he's just waiting on you to have the Saga collection to post on the Team Capri website. Ask him about that. Ask him about that. Wouldn't that be dope? Button drummer. You know what would be dope, Button drummer? Because I've been talking to him about this for a while. Just hit him up. Just hit him up. Like, you know what would be really dope? If the artwork you're making for me, I can have a shirt that matches my arcade stick. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be dope. Oh, you do? And you took it somewhere. This is what's supposed to happen, man. Freaking me and Saga are supposed to work together on this project. So every single thing that he does is like, all right, now that I made this design, I can charge another $40 on top of that because I'm getting you a shirt. I know he's a busy dude, though. Love him to death, man. That's my guy. All right, next one. Here we go. I think this one looks really nice. The ASP12 Gen 3. This is by Burner AZR. And I am a fan of, like, Marvel vs. Capcom artwork. Because, like, I don't think we're ever going to have any artwork as iconic as that in things of that era. Like Street Fighter Alpha. That whole series right there, all the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff, the EX Laird Rival Schools, that style of art, it's just not gonna come back. I would love for it to come back. I would love for them to have a Street Fighter Alpha 4. That would be really cool in all these in this art style, all this art style right here. I would love to see another Darkstalkers. Don't make it 2.5D. Make it pixeled, make it polished, almost where freaking Arxis is, right? I love that Arxis said, no. It's in 2.5D, but we're giving you the feeling of 2D. Does that make sense? I love that. I love that they're doing that, and you still get the feel and the vibes of yesteryear. I wish they would do that with the Street Fighter series. I wish they would do that with Marvel vs. Capcom. I wish they would do that with the Street Fighter Alpha series. I think that would be like amazing. I think that'd be freaking great. But look at this arcade stick. I digress. This arcade stick is nice. Oh, this uses the USB joint. Not USB, excuse me. It uses the RJ45. I said USB because this is the first thing I saw. But this RJ45 joint right here, I've heard a lot of good things about that. And the input drops, they're not as much. At least that's what I heard. And this is the original clear case for it. Nice. This is super duper nice. And incredible. Incredible. I want to see what the sides look like. What do the sides have? You had like a lot of the character designs there. Love it. Oh, look how bright and vibrant this is. It just takes me back to 1990 something. You know? Wow. Oh, look at that top half there. Wow. Gorgeous. Oh! Then it has like the inputs on the. This is a great arcade stick. He should be proud. Oh, then it has the moveset on the side too. Yeah, he should be proud. Burner AZR or AZR. Burners or I don't know. I don't know how to say it all. But yo, I love what you did here, man. Good job. Good job. Dang, Automod got me for what? What did he say? So question, would you do a custom on controllers you didn't make yourself? Like if I sent you this dope controller, would you put a design on it? Yeah, I can do that. I don't have a problem doing that. We just got to talk it out. That's all. I don't mind negotiating prices on that. I'm just not doing like, what's the best way I can say it? I'm not doing full on commissions. Like that's something to talk about another day. But yes, I can do that for you. They would be fire. Yes, they would. 2D fighting games are still heat. No, big facts. I agree with you. They're still good. They're still viable. Definitely still viable. Oh, this is nice. Toxic Avenger by Admiral Barber. This is actually really nice too. He's psyching Raphael's hand. That's freaking great. I love it. And you know, I got sometimes you don't be right on the nose with your design. And I've seen a lot of people do like, you know what? You expect me to put this color in there. So I'm going to put it in there. But they said, no, I'm going to lean into that. So I'm going to go with the green buttons, the neon green buttons with the red button on the side. And I'm like, why wouldn't you do that? This is a great controller. Is this Mayflash? No, this is not Mayflash. This is not May. It's a Hori, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he says in the comments what it is. But this is freaking great. I love it. Look. Oh man. And they didn't they just release a Toxic Avenger beat 'em up? It's freaking great. Let me see what he says let me see what his comments say here. His post. New Quamba buttons added. Neon green with 2 red sandals buttons. Switch back to the bat top from the Nobi. Okay. Custom white fingernail paint. Oh, really? For the home button and custom red for the share button. Easier to see in the dark. That's more than fair. It's a Hori wrap in. That's what he says it is. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Hey, good job. Good job, man. I like this. This is good. This is good. Thank you. I thought that controller was a dream. Bought it. So, oh, you just bought it? Jeez. $90 fine. Oh man, he tonight at Micro Center, I was about to order the Victrix 3. Yo, they have this at Micro Center, the Vermillo. They have this at Micro Center. You know what? I need to go to Micro Center today too. Don't tell my wife. Hold on. Don't tell my wife. Micro Center. Let's go. This is the one that's near me in the St. Louis area. And this is I'll make sure I spelled it right. Varmillo is what it's called. close out of this. They said they don't got. So how did he find this? Varmillo. Is it 2 L's or 1 L? How did he find this? Yo, how did he find this? How did he find this particular product? All right, so I've seen this one. I've seen that one. I've seen this one there. Yo, yeah, he got that for a steal because I didn't see that at my. It's not even on the website. It's not even on the website. Get out of here. Oh, the sudden urge to go to Micro Center. Don't tell my wife. Oh yeah, because the Varmillo or Varmillo. I think it's like $300. If I'm not mistaken, it's expensive. Well, it's not expensive, but it's like the regular $129 for that one, and then for a levered version, it's $139 isn't bad for a leverless controller. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And it's really nice. I like it. But where's the here it is. This is the one that's at that I saw at Evo. This is $289. Yeah, $300 arcade stick right there. And he got it for $90. And you think it's in clear? But this is a brand new arcade stick, so I don't know. If he got a steal. He got a steal on that. Really good job. Really good job and really good find, man. Good job and good find. That's an easy upvote. For people who get wrist pain, that's called carpal tunnel. That's what you got to do. I did that for a couple months. I might need to do some videos about wrist exercises and get your wrist right. Just grab this Mad Catz for $40 at a local shop. What a steal. Good job. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of 8-bit dude, but I'm just happy other people are finding enjoyment there. The Birth of Isaac. That's what that is. Juan Mini DIY. Hey, JMD. Hey, I'm you know what? I'm really proud of this. Me and Juan, we became friends on X, and we like each other's stuff on, TikTok. He makes some really nice arcade sticks. Yo, check out what he has here. Check this out real quick. Like, he does it all in his house. He has that CNC machine that cuts it all out and stuff like that. And then he goes in and, makes these really nice arcade stick. I think those are 24 millimeter buttons. And so they're made for people with small hands, but they're wood grain. Very nice. I got a very rare nostalgic PS1 game called Jackie Chan Stunt Master. Till this day, I haven't beat it. Came out in 1999, 2000. Yeah, I know that game. It's actually really good. I played that before. And I kind of kicked myself in the butt on all the games that I had when I was a kid that I traded in. So don't rub it in. Do not rub it in, my friend. I'm already mad. All right, before I hit the record button on this one, I do not think we're in a place to do crowdfunding for things that already exist. I think that's odd. I think that's strange, right? Like, for example, if you're a restaurant and you're getting ready to go under, don't do a GoFundMe for your bar. That doesn't make sense. So when people go, hey, this my favorite bar is getting ready to close down. Let's do a GoFundMe for it. Well, the reason why it's closing down because you didn't support it. So instead of buying, 3 beers like you should because it's a bar, you didn't buy anything at all and just started talking to your friends, or you just bought 1 beer. So you're the problem, right? And I kind of say the same thing with this. It's like, yo, do pre-orders for your product, and through those pre-orders through your product, And so having a crowdfunded project, I don't know about. However, I see what they're trying to do here. So let's see. I'm gonna hit record now. Now that I got that out. But it's easier to be a good person by asking to do stuff and bring awareness than do stuff yourself. You got it all wrong. All right. So we have this by Sharp here. We have a Sharp analog fight stick crowdfunding launch. And you know what? This is an interesting build. And the reason why I think it's interesting because it's taking some inspiration from several different places. And it's made with metal. It's really nice. It looks like this is a Korean lever, right? But I kind of dig what's going on right here. And it kind of reminds me of the Vermillo, right? Kind of how like the buttons are spread out and the placement of the buttons there. I think that's pretty cool. But I still have a bunch of questions on why and how, right? Again, it's not saying this is a bad layout and it's not a bad controller. I just like help me understand, right? So you're using the 24 millimeter buttons. That's great. And so my question is, what are these three buttons right here? Are these, are these the up, down, left, right, or up, down, no, down, left, right, and then this right here is the up button? So what is this then? I'm kind of confused what this extra one is right here. But it does look nice. I can see how and why someone would be interested in this particular controller. I just kind of help getting pointed in the right direction. But then again, you know what this reminds me of? And it might be this. This also kind of gives me Smash Brothers vibes, right? Because these are the same buttons for like Nintendo 64 and the directions. And then this is, A and B. And this is the Z button. And then all the other extra buttons that go along with the Nintendo Switch or the Smash layouts that are out there. That's what this might be, but I'm not sure. Let me see what his post comments say and how it relates. Does it say anything about that? Sharp here. I've been working on this so long, and I'm happy to finally give to you all the Sharp analog fight stick. Okay, so he calls it the SAF, and he has a Discord. The Sharp analog fight stick is a bespoke and fully built analog arcade stick, allowing precise analog control and a larger form factor than a regular game pad. Okay. It uses my previous development, the SASI, to introduce Hall effects sensing to a Japanese lever. Why you should care? All right, this is why I should care, and I'm gonna leave it right here because it's still sick. It's pretty dope. Okay, it's sick AF, and also this allows you to play games that rely on thumbstick motions without the hand pain that can come with thumbsticks. Since the first generation SAF, don't forget it, I've been able to go back to play Smash Melee. Boom, that's what it is. I was right. Play Smash Melee without it. Smash Melee without it, I can't play the game, as years of playing have made even daily tasks a struggle for my hands sometimes. So yes, this is for playing a game like Smash. But I guess my only thing at this point now is like, all right, how does this catch on for the Smash community? The Smash community, they're just not arcade stick users. Yeah, it is the best reason button drummer. It is. Ooh, this sitong is nice. Is this Daredevil? I think this Daredevil. Oh, that's very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. You see where I'm going at with this? See, so is he announcing this controller because it has a Vermello feel, but it has a Hori Fighting Edge. You know what? Hold on. Let me go to his website. Is he selling this as a whole? Yeah, he said. Bro. And he's selling it for this price. Nah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that one, brother. So he's taking the Hori. He's taking the Hori joint right over here. This is the same case, but black. So he's taking the Hori Fighting Edge case, and he's taking a little bit of inspiration from the Vermillo. You see the Vermillo layout? A little inspiration from here, and then ultimately coming up with a smash design right here. This is $350, and he has a crowdfunding goal of $50,000. $950 has already been raised. All right, here we go on. Sit-tongue enclosure. That's very nice. I like it. This one is actually really nice. I like this. Let's talk about this one now. Hori Fighting Edge. You can't beat a Hori Fighting Edge, especially one that lights up. Look how this lights up. It lights up very nicely. Look at where the pill top is at. Even lights up blue right there, and then it lights up on the side. That's actually really nice. I like that. I wonder if that's distracting, though. You know, so that's one of the things that I've been arguing quite a bit lately. Like, there's a lot of people that like their buttons to light up, and I feel like I'm a guy that gets overstimulated from buttons that light up, because it's kind of a distraction. I think for me, and it doesn't have to be for anybody, I'm just talking about myself, right? I think for me, I would prefer it to not light up unless I push the button, not that it's on the whole time. I think that's what I like for myself. Again, it's not saying that this isn't a good arcade stick and this is a good build. This is a lovely build, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, hey, my preference is like, I'd rather it not light up. But the fact that it does light up is very cool. I like that about this one. And I like the little swirls and the glitter in this pill top right here. That's very nice. Yeah, that's a very nice touch to this particular arcade stick. I like this a lot. They did a good job with this Hori Fighting Edge. Big shout out to Adshri. $135 shipped. When I got it, it was almost unused in the original box. Couldn't believe. Really? That's not bad. He's saying $350 with just that raw look, no custom visuals. It depends on. So Godzilla King, right? It really depends on how much the buttons cost more than anything else. If the buttons are expensive and the inside stuff that he's putting in there is expensive, you know, I can see $350, right? So the metal case, 9 times out of 10, if you have a metal case, you're probably spending between $60 and $100 for that metal case. So let's go in between $80 for that. The buttons that he's using, he has a total of what? He has a total 8, 12, 13 buttons at $3 a piece, roughly. I'm rounding to the near state. Let's get a calculator out. Let's see this. See the price of the potential price of this particular arcade stick. So we said 80 for the case. The buttons are what's 3 times 13 equals 39. So plus 80 equals 119. That's just the buttons. That's just the buttons alone. Buttons in the case alone is 119. Let's go towards the lever. If you're going to go on the cheap end, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. You can find a Korean lever for about between 30 and 50 bucks. So we're going to lean towards the $40 mark, right? So 119 plus $40. Boom. Now, if he's talking about using it for the Nintendo Switch, the cheapest you probably can go is the Brook lever. I mean, could you use the 2040? Yes, but I don't think it's ideal. But I'm gonna lean more towards the $35 mark. So $35 for the PCB. We're at $194. The wiring to go along with that, probably roughly around 17 to 18. We're going to round to the nearest 10. Plus 20. He's already at 214. 214. So he has to be able to make money, right? How much should he charge for that arcade stick at this point then, without artwork? How much would you say he should charge for that, guys? They turn off when you press the button. I'll wait. I'll wait a second. I'll wait a second so you guys can get back to me. But you got to be able to make something off of it. That's why I got to give the guy a benefit of the doubt here. You know, got to give the guy a benefit of the doubt. So you're still here. So 214, and he has to make a profit, right? Typically, when you're charging for your product, you charge at a 50. You charge about 50% more. So really, he probably should charge, closer to 450 if he's trying to make money off of this, or about a third to go over. So 350, I think is pretty decent, man. But however, if he's not an artist, he can't add that to his arsenal, right? Mr. Rager, what's up, man? How you doing? This is something that's really nice. This is from OK Trouble. I'm already liking it. I barely can see it. I'm already liking it. I don't know why. I'm a fan of green. I'm definitely a fan of green. And when I see green arcade sticks, I'm like, yo, oh, look at that. Oh, I wonder how he got that to have that swirl effect there on his. It's like a marble like swirl thing going on. That's really dope. That's really nice. I want to see the top. Is this Predator? I think this is Predator. Yeah. And here it goes, man. It would be a little like I seen it before if he made this like red, but like he stepped outside of the box. He said, you know what? They kind of have like this infrared green thing when they see people. That's really cool. That's a nice effect, And it also is with the aliens. The aliens, when they hunt the aliens and stuff like that, their blood is green, the green acid. That's really cool. I like this. It's very nice. Very nice build here. Very nice, man. A good job on this build. OK Trouble 5703. It's an awesome stick. Yeah. Upvote. He's having a hard time with his. I think we talked about that one last week. Yeah, I think we're at the beginning of last week now. We talked about all these ones already, with the exception of this one, Make Stick X Prime Knee Edition. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay. Razor Kitsune. I like that. I always like the Nth designs. We read that last week. We talked about that a little bit. And I think we're caught up. I think we're caught up for the week. Or officially caught up. And now we can talk about whatever you guys want to argue about. Now that I'm done with that section. now we can get into what was the thing that we were trying to debate before? Oh, that's good coffee. When you break it down like that, it makes sense, man. 214 plus 100 and another 3 to make problem. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you, Shut. No. And so here's the thing, Godzilla. Here's the thing that I've been discussing at this point for a very long time when it comes to, you know, things like arcade sticks, right? 'Cause again, this is something I'm passionate about. This is something that I love, right? And I'm trying. I'm trying not to be a jerk about it too. You know, I'm really trying not to be a jerk about it because it's very easy to be one of those guys that get upset about the things that I'm passionate about. You know, and I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to be that way. But I have to. But at the same time, I have to patiently remind people of the business of gaming more than anything else. The business of gaming is very important to me. Um, and with this community being as fickle and as cheap as it is, I have to call certain things out. Not you specifically, right? But maybe me talking like this and talking to guys like you and talking to guys that don't mind spending the money, you too can tell people like, hey, listen, you got to really think about, you know, all the effort and the things that go into this, right? So like, for example, let's use 2XKO, for example. 2XKO, they're like, it's expensive. It's an expensive game. Actually, it's not. It's free. Well, to buy all the characters, wait, hold on, stop right now. So we can either buy the game for $70, buy a game that only has 10 characters for $70, 10 characters, six or eight stages. We can buy that for $70. And then they can give us DLC. And the way that they're working, they would give us DLC every 3 months for another $29.99. Which would you prefer? Playing and getting characters that you're actually going to be using and utilizing, especially because it's solely focused on the competition part? Or would you just play for free and buy what you want, you know, when you need it? Well, you know, I need it because, you know, I need a lab. Well, the characters are free when you're labbing. Well, you know what I mean. No, I don't. I don't know what you mean. Well, the costumes, we're being charged for costumes. You don't need the costumes to play. Why are we complaining? Why are we complaining about this? I just have a hard time with the lack of understanding of gaming business in the FGC. Do 2K players complain? Yes, but they still spend the money, you know? And that's why 2K is as big as it is. So they're like, oh my God, they cut the company and they cut that team in half. Well, duh, because you don't want to spend money on it. Oh, the writing's on the wall. I'm never going to play 2XKO. And then don't play, you know? And 2XKO is just a small example. But it's like, come on, man. Come on, what are we complaining about? They release half the team because we're not willing to spend money. Well, I shouldn't have to. Then don't. The game is free. Then just play the game. See this whole circle and why I get frustrated with this. So it's like we can say that's too much, but we can't say, who do you think you are? You know, we can't have crazy critique about the business of gaming. And for that matter, if that's the case, guys, go complain to Spotify for putting ads in there. Well, it should be free. Well, it is free if you got ads. It shouldn't have ads. All right, then get the subscription. It's ad free at that point. And you're not going to hear ICE ads anymore. Well, then you know what? It's not even worth arguing. Oh, man. Oh, my freaking Lanta. Oh, my freaking Lanta. It's just... Oh, don't get me started with Sparking Zero, bro. I don't think Sparking Zero should exist right now in the state that it's in, because it's not a competitive game, and they're trying to make something that's competitive, not competitive, a competitive game. It makes no sense to me. I do find that extremely odd. People are dropping the game because they cut the staff. How does that make sense? If you want to play the game, support and play it. It's what I'm doing with High Guard. I'll play it till it dies, or continue to play it. And yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that, my friend. I'm definitely with you on that. Like, again, make it make sense. Can we please make it make sense? I would appreciate it if you made it that much more sensical, you know? Deep sigh, man. Deep sigh. All right, what else we got on our plate today? It's 11:45 a.m. over here Central Time. It's 12:45 p.m. over there and on the East Side. And what else are we talking about today? Oh, let's talk about our arcade stick real quick. Like, let's talk about that a little bit. And I guess me talking about this is more so to warm up for and see how we take this for the video that I'm gonna make sometime this week, and we're gonna be using Rager's new arcade stick to do this said, video that we're gonna build out. But I'm gonna use mine for practice. Let's start with Fightcade. Fightcade is cool. I think we generally can agree Fightcade is cool. So let's start. We're gonna do this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for Fightcade, but let's look at some other things real fast. Let's go browse what's popular right now. King of Fighters 98, Third Strike. Is there any games that aren't fighting games on Fightcade that are popular? Metal Slug. Let's do this. We're going to join Metal Slug. That's a good one that we should talk about. And we should also do, what's another one we can do for this? Let's look at Bomberman for a second. I think those two are great games that we can discuss. Hey, this is how I'm going to get better with my arcade stick. In a nutshell, yes. That's why I get so annoyed with it. But the business part of that is still, hey, how do we figure out how to make it work? You know what I'm saying? How do we make that work? How do we put it all together? A girl isn't getting attention. I can't get with that girl because she got implants. What? That's how they act. Hey, Shay Gaming, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate that. Let's go to this here. Oh, there's the chat. There you go. Chat's there. Let's go, because I want you guys to see a lot of this. I'm going to put the chat over here on this side now. That makes a little bit more sense, keeping the chat on this side. And then let's take, I'm going to create a new scene. Boom. And we're going to go to display capture. And then we're going to go to third monitor. Yeah, third mon. And that third monitor is going to be, yeah, there we go. I think we're in business now. And we want it to be the primary. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense, team. All right, so we want this one. This is my ultra wide. This is my ultra wide screen. I strongly recommend, if you have the ability to, get an ultra wide, man. The ultra wide screens are freaking amazing, yo. I love them. So it's gonna be a little distorted, but that's okay. You know what I'm trying to get at here. And we got to do the same thing on the YouTube side for you guys that are watching vertically. We're gonna add that new piece to there, and no, it's not a new scene. Vertical sources, and we're gonna do a display capture, and we're gonna go third monitor, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Make this a little bit smaller so that you all can see what's happening and what's going on. What's happening? What's up? All right, there we go. And there we are. Hiya. Ta-da. All right. We're in a good place now. We're in a great place. All right, let's start with, let's see what we can do with Metal Slug. Metal Slug is a fun game, and I think it's really important to have games like this. Let me switch microphones too. Test. All right. It's really important to have this
Heavy machine gun. Thank you. Super grenade. Thank you.
The thing I'm going to say that's very important with this
Thank you.
is the attention to detail, right? A lot of people have a hard time admitting, like, hey, there's this attention to detail that you have to have, but you really have to have this attention and be, no, not attention to detail. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional when you are using your arcade stick here, right? You have to be extremely intentional. Let's map these inputs real quick, like map game inputs. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna go coin, start, and then select, and then we're gonna go up, down, left, right, then A, B, C. Oh, does that not work? Ah, that's the problem. I need to go back in here and fix that. C, and then D. All right. I think we're in a good place. All right, so you got to be really, really intentional with the way that you play, right? And I think that's the part that a lot of people miss is the being intentional. It just kind of is what it is. It's not your fault that you're not being as intentional as you could be, but you have to be intentional. I find it easier to be intentional on an arcade stick. Leverless, I can be more precise, but it's easier to just I agree with that, Get Wrecked. But with the arcade stick and things like it, that you just have to do that, you know. Let me see, on stream, and we're gonna kind of take a somewhat of a deep dive on that, so that you guys know what I'm talking about here. Right overhead. Let's see. I'm still working here. Bear with me, friends. Bear with me. There you go. So there's a lot of things you have to take in account for with your arcade stick, right? And one of them is recognizing and understanding that you can't mash, right? It's easier for you to mash with a controller or something like that, but you can't mash or just randomly spin. You're not going to get the results that you want, right? So take this. I think Metal Slug is a great game to start with, in making sure that you're not mashing because you,
Listen.
like, well, you'll see. Watch my hand inputs here, right? So instead of just going or holding it down or doing like this, try to count how many times it takes to hit the each opponent, right? It takes 2. So I got to be cautious that it takes 2 in order to kill one of these crabs. Oh, that one took a little bit more. And these games reward you for being accurate too, right? Like Galaga is a good one, is a great example of that. So I'm being a little bit more intentional with my button presses here, right? I think that's very, very important when we're playing this game. Versus going, that doesn't help anyone, right? So let's be a little bit more intentional about our button presses. So I'm not just going like this the whole way through, because now that means I'm wasting my ammo, right? That's important. That's an important thing to know. So I'm being a little bit more cautious while I'm playing. I'm releasing and stopping when I realize that I'm not hitting anything. And I think this also helps you in other games, because sometimes we don't even realize that we're just pressing or mashing in a lot of the fighting games that we're playing. Or for that matter, one thing that I've learned about myself is it's not that I don't have good reflexes, I'm not paying attention to patterns, right? So for me, I need to play more games like, you know, Elden Ring and Blasphemous, because those games force you to recognize the patterns of your opponents, right? So I don't want to waste none of this ammo. Oh, I already wasted it all, but I'm trying not to waste this ammo because it doesn't make any sense to waste the ammo, because I'm trying to hit these little grasshopper things, right? So boom, I got this. I got to be cautious. I'm shooting up. I'm paying attention to what's going on. Oh, he got me, right? Got me, boom. That sucks. But it forces you to pay a little bit more attention to what you're doing. I'm not just pressing in between. I'm actually trying to be accurate in hitting these baddies right here. I think I'm gonna. Oh, it won't let me go. Okay, I wanted to do the other one. I wanted to do the other part. But now I gotta be intentional about where I'm going at in this game. And this game allows me to use the directional inputs and gaining the muscle memory so that I can play more games that require muscle memory, right? Of that hand-eye coordination with your arcade stick, right? I'm being very intentional about. I'm not shooting the guy when he comes out. I'm making a habit of jumping back and forth and slicing the NPCs that are coming out here. See, he's trying to save the boat, so I'm just. See, oh, I missed it. So that means I wasn't accurate in my button presses, right? To me that makes sense. So I'm holding up. Hey, get on here. Holding up. Get on here. I gotta look for the bombs. Hit the bombs. Don't let the bombs hit here. Uh-oh, there's more bombs here. I gotta be cautious here. There you go. Oh, I'm fat now. Oh, I missed that. But look, I'm looking up. And so, you know, all these inputs that I'm used to or not used to, I can get it all out in this game right here. And I'm getting that muscle memory that I need to be successful. There you go. Getting all that muscle memory that I need, yo. And playing this amazing classic game. But you're not gonna learn how to do that. You're not gonna learn how to do that unless you are utilizing your controller as often as you possibly can. Ooh, I want that. Come here. Boom. Hey, what's up, Meow? Meow77, who? How's it going, dude? Hope all is well with you. But again, I think this is a great game to start off with, Godzilla King, in order for you to learn how to properly use your arcade stick. So I'm not having any problems. And you have a little bit of room for error with a game like Metal Slug, right? And being intentional about your button presses.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm having a little bit of a hard time here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, he got me. But you get the picture. You get the picture now, all right? So I think that's a great game to do, and we'll do a deeper dive and see how far we can get with that. But let's try Bomberman. One of the best games. Yes. King of Texas 54, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with me today, man. I want to find a game with intentional directional focus, even if it's just Cardinals. Dude, what is it called? I got one for you. I got one for you, Button Drummer. And like I said, we're going to keep on going about this and learning and talking about these games that we love and don't love and hate and all that good stuff. Let's go inputs. Map game inputs. Coin. No, absolutely, man. Just trying to be as friendly as I possibly can and having a wonderful and welcoming community. What part of Texas are you from, man? I used to live in Killeen, Texas. Anybody know where that is? I used to live in Killeen, Texas. I was stationed at Fort Hood when I was active duty Army. Now I'm in the Army Reserves, and I live out in the St. Louis area. Let's try this one, and voila. What type of games do you play, Tex? You're not from Houston, but you rap a lot. Pack the got the lot. Yo, Houston's a really dope place. My aunt used to live in Houston. I'm a huge Houston Rockets fan. 95, 96, that was our year. That was our year, yo. All right, here goes another great game so that you can learn how to utilize your arcade stick. And this is in a totally different language, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. We're still gonna play. We're on level 4, but this helps you be very intentional with your directional inputs. As you see, I am forced to go and push the buttons in the directions in the right place. You know where that is? Bet. That's what I'm talking about. Texas is a big state, yo. What's going on here? All right, boom. But yeah, I think this is another great game to play so that you can get used to and you're able to take your time on top of that. I think that's another great thing about Bomberman, and so that you can get used to, you know, your arcade stick. You can take your time with it. I think that's the thing that's very important. Like, you don't need anything that's fast-paced, right? Initially, when you're learning how to use your arcade stick, you need something that's just kind of chill. You know, like, hey, I can take my time with the button. I can look down if I need to, too. And Bomberman definitely allows you to do that. I think this is a great game for anybody to learn how to use their arcade stick. All right, so we got to get to this next guy right here. Let's see, and this game can be pretty relaxing on top of that. You know, there we go. I'm not stressed. I'm just hanging. I'm just hanging, and this is the type of stuff that you need so that you can get good at using your arcade stick. I would almost argue you could do the same thing with the leverless controller. But because I like using arcade sticks, this is ultimately how I got used to and got more comfortable using my arcade stick, right? Let's go to another one. One for a Button Drummer. Let's go to Steam real fast. Steam! I'm surprised I don't have a little song to go along with Steam, but that's what it is. This stick right here, this is for all consoles. It goes PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PC, and Switch. It does it all. If you're trying to get into arcade sticks specifically, and you're like, yo, I want a good arcade stick, I think I can recommend this one for sure, especially if you're not into the DIY market, right? The DIY market, I strongly recommend that more than anything else because also I build arcade sticks myself. So like, why wouldn't I talk more about that? But if you're just like, hey, I don't know if I want to spend, 300 odd some dollars on an arcade stick, what should I get instead? I would strongly recommend, this, the Quamba, the Quamba Drone 2. They're great. They're great. They're freaking great. Let's see. Gray. Games that are intentional with their inputs, with directional input. What am I looking for? There are games that are like, there you go. This is the one that I'm going to recommend to the button drummer. Darius Burst, Chronicle Survivors. It is extremely precise, and it forces you to use your lever more than any. This is one downside. Hey, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be precise with the button press, but it makes you precise with the way that you use your lever. Steam should just have a steamboat whistle as their jingle. That was rough. That was rough. Mayflash is a perfect entry point. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But this one, Darius Burst, that's another one I strongly recommend. And maybe instead of just doing one individual game, I'm gonna go top five games to play to get used to your arcade stick. Yeah. Hey man, they deserve the Steam. No, 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 nuh-uh. There's so many other options, bro. There's so many other options that we could have used for that, and I'm just not gonna let you do that. There's so many other options, man. Um, we could have had something that goes, the steam effect. We could. There's so many other options that we could have had. Oh, what? Uh-oh, my camera. There we go. Sorry, guys. Hey, Games by the Thousand, welcome in. Kings of... I don't know. I apologize, Steven. The sound should be back now. My bad. But yeah, Button Drummer, this is the part by that I recommend using your arcade stick. Hey, Pikmin God, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. But this you have no choice but to get used to dodging things and using this lever. If you're able to use this lever while playing a game like this, you should be perfectly fine. And later on down the line, and understanding how to play your favorite fighting games out there. And oh, boom, I died. So your goal is to get better at this. I don't think this is a game you should be using a ooh, dang, it killed me again. I've got this on hard. Pause, no diddy. But yeah, I think this is a game that I think this is a great game to play if you're trying to learn how to use your arcade stick. I have it on the hardest mode, but shoot, keep it on the hardest mode, right? Keep it on the hardest mode. That forces you to, you know, jump on the deep end with your arcade. So you can even hold the button down so that you can solely focus on the directional inputs in the game. You know, to me that makes sense, right? Hopefully it makes sense to you guys too. But if you want to get used to this type of stuff and get used to it fast, I would have to recommend Darius so that you can get better at your arcade stick inputs and so on and so forth. To me, that makes sense. To me, that makes a lot of sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And then, here. Oh. Because I think I'm also willing, my opinion only, and if you don't think so, let's discuss. I think that the reason why the leverless controller is an option for a lot of people, not saying that it's not viable. I'm not saying that at all. I think it's a very viable controller, right? But ooh, geez, wow. I think it's a very viable controller, right? But my problem is a lot of people think it's an easy button. And I'm like, no, you're still gonna have to learn that controller. And I'm like, oh, I'm picking the leverless controller because, you know, it feels this way. No. Just call a spade a spade. It's not easier to use the leverless button. You're more willing to commit to that particular controller more than it is that you're like, hey, this is an easy button. You know? To me, it's like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, you know? But Steven, is it Tumari? Steven Tumari, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So now, I gotta pee, and hopefully you guys will take a break too, because you know it's important. Us men, we have to use the bathroom or it will damage our prostate. Don't at me. Talk to our friend, talk to our friend Pigman God. He's the doctor, and yeah, make sure you pee so it doesn't mess up your prostate. All right, guys. But let's see how much this game costs for you guys out there that want to know if it's worth a dang. Right now it's $49.99. Wow, it's still pretty expensive. It's still pretty expensive. But again, I think this game is kind of worth it. I think getting these games are a little worth it. And they're very fun to play. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm talking about. Sorry. And you still can't see what I'm talking about. Sorry again. But yeah, I definitely think it's worth. It's $59.99 for the collector's edition and $49.99 for the base edition. And then you can get all this other cool stuff to go along with it, or put it in your wish list, right? Put in your wish list, and maybe, just maybe, you know, you will. Why is it stuck on that on the YouTube side? Maybe, just maybe, you know, we are, it will go on sale. Steam does a lot of sales. They both have their pros and cons. No, absolutely, Nick. I don't disagree. And I think that's the problem. All of them have their pros and cons, but I think that a lot of people that say, "Hey, the arcade stick didn't work for me," right? Like, okay, cool, that didn't work for you, but it's because they didn't commit to it, right? And then like, fine, I'm gonna get a leverless controller, and you hear all the rumors, and you hear all this crazy stuff about the leverless controller and how much. No, you still have to commit to that too, you know. You're waiting for those Sega remake collections. I want that brand shiny new golden axe. Oh yeah, I totally. Wait, hold on. Is that going on sale yet? Not sale, but do they have a? Hold on. Wait a minute. I need to see. So stick and pad both feel weird to him. Yeah. So that get wrecked. That makes sense to me. That makes sense. But there's a lot of people that didn't grow up on PC and they're like, "Yo, I'm going with, leverless." I'm like, why? Just get controller because you grew up on controller. Again, I chose arcade stick because I had this desire to use something that I thought was really cool growing up, and I never was able to use it, right? But let me see something real quick. Sega. And how's that knee? How's that knee going, man? I know I texted you, Pigman Guide. I hope your knee's doing better. I hope you're back at work, living your best life at work. So what's the top upcoming releases? Let's see. What do they got that's up and coming? Persona Revival. Ooh, that's good. Total Warhammer. Okay. Best of 2025, we have Shinobi. Art of Vengeance. Yes. Man, I don't know why people fall asleep on daggone Sega. Why do we sleep on Sega? I don't know. Sega is phenomenal. Ooh. Virtua Fighter 5 World Stage, it's $11.99 right now. That's really good. All right, but what type of bundles do they have? So they have Total War History Collection. I'm not really into these games. They're okay. Hospital Collection. Oh, it's 2 point. Oh, Like a Dragon, the Yakuza Collection. So this gives you Lost Judgment, Like a Dragon. That's a good deal. It's an $89.98 game for $27 or $28 really, round to the nearest 10. Then you get the Yakuza 1 and 2, and then you get the complete series for $104. What's in this complete series here? For $104. You get 0, 1, 2, 3 remastered, 4 remastered, 5, and 6 remastered. That's something I wouldn't mind revisiting, but I don't know about $104. Not yet. Not yet. Then you have the Persona Collection. Yes, please. I think that's a story. You like the Total War games? Really? Only reason I got into Leverless is because I couldn't backdash cancel on Player 2. Hey, I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain. That's exactly why I want to learn stick. Always wanted to be good on arcade cabinets as a kid. Never saw. So now I'll do it at home and have this other cool controller to swap. Yes, exactly. The canceling dashes and side steps are really easy on stick. Yes, they are. I know. I'm with you on that, Nick. Like a Dragon was my first Yakuza game. Highly recommend. Yeah, it's very good. It's super good, actually. We were playing Yakuza 0, and then they took it off the Xbox Game Pass. I'm a little annoyed with that. I'm committed to Xbox Game Pass. It's not that expensive, right? For what they're giving you, it's not that expensive. They got all the racing games and stuff like that on there, and a couple other ones. But I'm annoyed because I shouldn't have to, it's frustrating. I'll leave it at that. It's frustrating, right? A Persona Collection. Wait, what comes with this Persona Collection? So what do you get? I have Persona 4 Gold. I want to go back and play that game. Ugh, I would love to play it. Persona 3 Portable and the Persona 5 Royale. Persona 5 was actually pretty good. I played a lot of that for a bit. And then you get Metaphor. Metaphor, I've heard really good things about it. Have you guys heard? Gamefly at home. Metaphor is something that I think I want to.
You think you have the strength to
This might be
protect
something I
weak?
want to invest in.
Then prove to me
I've
these
heard
are
a lot of
empty
really
words.
good things about Metaphor.
In every age, the cause and effect are
Best
the
art
same.
direction.
People learn
You know,
fear.
I mean, it's a gorgeous
Become
game.
slaves to their anxiety. Suffer. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges,
I mean, technically they're in Virtual Fighter.
you'll
Now,
have to face
I wouldn't
them
mind seeing another. I wouldn't mind seeing Virtual Fighter characters, and for that matter, I wouldn't mind seeing a more Virtual Fighters, like very intentional Virtual Fighter costumes in Tekken 8. Because sometimes it's not that I want the character. Sometimes I just want to dress up as them, and I want them to do more of that.
and thus the power of magic is
Hey,
born.
Yusuke, you would enjoy Persona. My good friend Acid Train, he was playing this. He was playing a lot of this, and it's a really fun game, guys. As I was watching, I was enjoying the story of this game. It has a very good storyline, very easy to follow. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes in it too, but it's very easy to follow, guys.
We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands.
Even Metacritic, must play. Game of the Year, IGN. So this one, and then for that matter, play these games on arcade stick and leverless. You know. All right, so that's one. Again, Sega, and I like that Sega and Atlas have joined forces and done a lot of good things with it. Shinobi. Oh, whoa. Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi collection, $17.99 and $24.99. That's actually pretty good. I like that. Shinobi and Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage, guys. Another great game to play on your arcade stick. I strongly recommend. And then oh man, this is a long lost, forgotten game. They used to have this game on the Master System. And I have the remake of Wonder Boy on my Nintendo Switch. Great one. Genshin Impact is pretty solid. I wish Genshin Impact would make what's the best way I can say? I don't want to download Genshin Impact from their website. I want to download it from Steam. Because I want my controllers and all that good stuff to be supported by it. Can you add Genshin Impact to your Steam library? Yes, you can. But again, I think I don't like just the way it's laid out. But this is another good platformer you can use to learn how to use your arcade stick, guys. And I like the art style they chose for this one and putting it together. See, that's the old school one. Oh man, it's a lovely game, great game. You wanted more coffee, lady? Where'd the coffee? Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks fun, for sure. For sure. What, how much is this? $19.99? That's not bad. You got it on PS5, yes. You PS5 guys. Let's see. Great deals here. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, $53.99. Ultimate Bundle, Sonic Hedgehog Legacy Bundle. What's this about? What'd you get in this one? So you get Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure Battle, I guess that's DLC, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1, and you get Episode 2, and then you get Sonic Generations. Not bad at all. I like Sonic Generations, by the way, it's great. So, but you can get the whole Legacy Collection, this whole Sonic Legacy Collection for $15.94. Incredible. Ooh, wait, hold on. Aliens, Colonial Marine, what? A whole $7.49? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's why I love Steam so much, man. They got a lot of great things here on sale at that. Great. franchises. We got Persona. We got Yakuza, Sonic. Ooh. Sonic is cool, but I was never good at it. The movement never clicked for me. Did you have a Sega growing up? I'm not asking if you played Sega. I'm not asking if you like owned it or did you play at a friend's house. I wish the remake of Kingdom Hearts 365 Days on DS, on the Xbox or PS5. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Mugenics. Yes, I've been watching people play that one. That game is so freaking weird, man. That game it's very weird. I don't know how I feel about that quite yet. Pigman God. Oh, winter bonus sale? There's more stuff on sale? But yeah, I see where they're going with it, and it's just really weird. I put almost 40 hours in less than a week. Really, it's a strange game to me. No, I didn't own a Sega. I played at a friend's house. See, and I'm not saying that you're like you're wrong. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. If it didn't click, it didn't click. Me, my first console was Nintendo. And my second console was Sega, going into the next generation of consoles, right? And if you didn't own a Sega and get those reps in, it wouldn't click. So it doesn't surprise me when you say, hey, it just didn't click for me. It doesn't surprise me at all, right? And it's not to say you weren't good at it. You just had to play over and over. So then I got a Super Nintendo, and Super Nintendo after that, it was like, okay, so I had both, and I was going back and forth between the two. Then I got after that I got a PlayStation, and a lot of Nintendo 64 stuff I played at my friend Seabrooks' house. And then after that, what did I get? I went back to Nintendo and got a GameCube, and then I bought a Nintendo 64. No, I bought a Nintendo 64 with my own money. Then I got a GameCube. Then after that, I had a Nintendo Wii. Yeah. Nintendo Wii. And I got a 360 I got a 360 in college because that's what all my friends were playing. And so more recently, I've had a PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and now I'm no joke a PC guy. Sonic is fast and super floaty coming from Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Get wrecked. But I think the argument is Mario is, if you play Mario games, his motion inputs feel slick. Like when you play Mario, he slides just a little bit. Where Sonic, he drops on a dime. As an adult, I'm currently looking at Sega Genesis online. We had Nintendo. Okay. You were a Sega kid until... See, I was a Sega kid until, I was going to get a Dreamcast instead of, the Nintendo GameCube, but I kind of waited on it. I didn't ask my parents for it, and then it just flopped before I even got an opportunity to go over there. But I eventually had a Dreamcast in my possession. The game I have the most hours in by far is Skyrim. Got 3,000 hours in that. Wow. Black Ops 2 is second with 2,500. Yo, that's crazy. Sega Stacks. Yeah, Sega CD. Genesis 32X. If I can find that for a good deal that's not going to break the bank, I think that's something I wouldn't mind collecting and having within my collection. Got to be Halo 2 and Halo 3 for me. Thousands and thousands of hours. What do I have to? I have thousands and thousands of hours in Mario. Mario 3. I wish they would Nintendo just doesn't do that. I have a lot of hours in Nintendo games, man. Quite a bit. Yeah, I got a lot of hours. I think I have a lot of hours in Resident Evil 4 for Nintendo Wii. I played Mercenaries. I love playing Mercenaries for Resident Evil. That was fun. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, life was good. Final Fantasy 14 in its hours, yes. I put a lot of hours in Final Fantasy 10 because my friend let me borrow his PlayStation. He wasn't using it. And Blitzball. Blitzball should be its own game. Don't at me. It should be its own game. But anywho's, I need to make sure I pee or Pigman God, he's going to be angry at me, right? So I'll be right back. We'll keep on talking, and I think we'll transition over to Tekken and play some Tekken here. So, yeah, be right back. Make sure you guys go pee.
Kalara, India. I was sent here by Bison to do some research on this little temple that was out here. I had a backpack with a cell phone in it, a satellite phone in case I got lost. I had some other stuff, you know, research stuff. And I had a tour guide with me, you know, to show me around.
He was weird.
And this is what happened.
Okay. First time in India, I ain't never been here. So many trees, there were so many men there. Never had I seen such magical scenery. The weather here was tropical. A weem away, when we was walking through the jungle. A mighty, mighty jungle. I had a question, but I wasn't trying to sound dumb though. I wanted to know about what I heard about this dude. I wanted to know if what I heard was true. Okay. Supposedly there was this guy who was old, but was very, very strong. The master of yoga. He was well known, admired with clout. His limbs could stretch long. He spat fire out his mouth. Wait, fire out his mouth? Yeah, I didn't believe that. So if ever I saw him, then I wanted to see that, believe that. I turned around to ask the tour guide, but when I turned around, he was nowhere in sight. I was like, yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, fam. Heck no. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. I'm like, yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, bruh. Heck no. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or now something. I'm alone and I'm mad. I need to use the phone. Hold on. Where's my bag? I can't believe that I just got robbed. Ball getting robbed, dog, that's just odd. That eyeball must face my wrath. As I clenched my fist, up ahead I saw the end of the path. So I didn't think he could've went too far. So to find him really shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna find him. As I made it through the trees, that's what I was thinking. Suddenly I felt a breeze, and it's hard to explain, man, it ain't that simple. See the wind pointed my attention to a temple. When I looked out to all the villagers, my attention was brought to where a pillar was, and he was standing right there with my bag in his hand. But then he disappeared. I was like, yo, what the heck? Where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, bro. Heck no. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. Yo, where he go? I don't know. Did you see him? Nah, son. Heck no. Heck no. It's like, it's almost like he teleported or something. It's almost like he teleported or something. Yeah. So when I saw that, I took off running as fast as I could, man, through the village. I ran through the village people. Pause. But the way I was moving and ducking and dodging, you would have thought my name was Ocho Cinco or something, man. I was moving, man. So I got to the front of the temple. It looked very plain on the outside, but real plain, real basic. When I opened that door, man, what happened when you opened it? Wow. It had to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. Real. It had gold. It had pictures. The floor was all turquoise and stuff. I was like, man, it's like cribs or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I saw a red door at the end of the hallway. You know, usually when you see red doors, like anywhere, you think it's important or someone important like is behind that door. So I thought maybe the thief was like working for someone trying to get in Bison's business and all that. I need to get that backpack back. You know what I'm saying? So I was just about to open the door, but like, I felt something on my back, and I didn't think. I just turned around and I punched as hard as I could. Like I should have looked, but yeah, you should have looked. I'll never forget it. What was it, man? What? Tell me. That was the time that I knocked out an elephant, man. I'm calling SPCA, SC, whatever.
pussy popping. Made you nervous, don't you serve a purpose in the loop. Holy hoop, meet me at the circus collarbone. From behind, baby, you deserve it the most. Pac-Man, chasing Holy Ghost, I'm on you, ho. Gobble, gobble, tastes like turkey roast, I'm nursing turkey. From Albuquerque, I got all the smoking if you feel it. I have you leaning to that antidote in your veins. Cocaine, do not feel like dope.
Says she want me now.
Hello, is this thing on? It's Bugs Main. Hey y'all know my favorite game to play is Overwatch. Also like Apex Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Rogue Company. I'm a little social or whatever, you know, I'm good. So I'm definitely on Instagram at BreeBugs, on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm damn fool Bugs, girl, hello. And you can find me on Snapchat as well. It's BreeBugs on Snapchat. My main link, okay, the main link is www.twitch.tv/it's Bugs Main. That's it's with a Z, Bugs with 2 G's, and Main with an E.
My bad. Welcome back, Most Determined Soul, CJ Berry. Let's get into this. Let's try to get into the King of the Iron Fist tournaments. Enter the Tekken. Let's go with, we're going to turn off this screen, and then we're gonna take this main monitor, and we're going to put it on this one instead. Voila. What are we doing? What we doing, baby? What are we doing, baby? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, we want it that way. We want to use the Steam Deck. I was playing Castlevania. I totally forgot I was playing Castlevania. Castlevania is a really fun game, especially talking about playing on an arcade stick. Another level of challenge if you're using arcade stick for something like Castlevania, right? Games by 1,000. Can you guys hear me now? I apologize for. I mean, I don't know why I keep on. They need to have like an automatic thing where you, like, if it hears you a little bit, you're kind of good to go there. But anyways, I guess let me see if I can get into a pause state for this real fast. Nope, stop. We're gonna save. Previous data will be erased. All right, so we're gonna save the replay. No, we don't need to save, we just need to save. No. All right, replay. Okay. And then we can go and exit. Who doesn't like freaking Castlevania? Castlevania is a freaking solid game, man. And I've been trying to beat this game for a hot minute now. I'll turn the Steam Deck part down. I've been trying to beat this game for a hot minute now. And I just can't. Like, I get really far in the game, like the last level, and it just starts doing dumb stuff, you know? It just starts doing dumb stuff, and I'm like, I hate it, but it's all good. It's still a fun game. You know what? They talked about that a little bit. Where did I see that at? Where did I see that at? They talked about it in great detail about how the difference between millennial gamers and other gamers, and they were talking about how that it's important. It was important that the reason why millennial gamers are different and don't complain is because, or millennial, Zennial, and Generation X, they don't complain because the games were a whole lot more unforgiving, and now the games, they give you more chances. I was like, oh, that's an interesting take. That's definitely an interesting take. All right. Is it going to change? Oh. All right, let me see here. I think today also, I wanted to practice a little bit and getting some labbing in. Yeah, you just buy it. You just buy it. It's like, why not? You know? Ba-da, ba, 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 ba-da. Tekken vegetables, yes. I got to work on, this might be a day where I just kind of work on Paul combos and stuff. All stuff, you know, will help, but you just don't want to eat. Yes, yes, absolutely. So that's what I want to work on. But I made a video. If you guys want to check out my video, you're more than welcome to. But I made a video about specifically Tekken Ranked. If you haven't seen that already, you can go check it out. I think it's a pretty helpful and fun video. They're updating the server today? Oh, snaps. Okay. But I talked about a few things in that video in reference to, you know, how to stop mental fatigue. And knowing when to put the controller down, you know? But out of that video, I also got another thing in reference to, like, hold on, I gotta do one thing real quick, like, I gotta get an additional screen. A person that was playing, they had mentioned how the way they've been doing it and how they've been mentally rewarding themselves in the game is by making sure they stick to one costume. And while sticking to one costume, ultimately, he treated it like getting Taekwondo promotions. I was like, yo, that's actually a really good idea. You're treating yourself like you're getting Taekwondo promotions. That's really cool, and I think I want to do that, right? Especially with everything resetting, you know. So I think I'm gonna do that. But I gotta find the right costume that I can, hey, I'm a white belt. Now I'm a blue belt. Now I'm a purple, so on and so forth. Or maybe I should just match it with the rank that I'm at, right? There's the cheat sheet. I need to find more that have big damage as well. And one of the things I've been struggling with is like going in the heat and getting big damage. And I should be getting more. I should be getting way more damage with all the, with a character like Paul. And I think it's because I'm not doing like quarter circle, what, 1? Or is it 2? That little, psh. But I think during season 3, I think this might be an opportunity for me to get a little bit more competitive in the game. Is it? My buttons are. Man, who was playing my game? All right, that means this controller. There's something wrong with the reads on this controller. Hold on. All right. Wow. What is going on here? That button's in, I'm going to have to open this up. I'm going to have to open that one up. Ugh. Let's try, I haven't used this one in a while. Let's try the blue one. The Juggle Parry Cobalt. There you go. Yo, Spider-Punk, what's up, man? I'm doing well. Life is good, man. God is good. All right, so let's I remember why I don't use this one. All right, so we're gonna do the little grab here. Put them back on this side. And this works, this works, this works. How you doing, Spider-Punk? Is life good? I hope it's good for you. All right, so we got, that's the one, quarter circle 1. See, I've been trying to get that. I don't know if anybody knows how to get that perfectly every time, but I have the hardest time getting 2 of those in a row. Like, I don't know the cue that lets me know that I can go again. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough one for me. So recently moved. Oh, like to a new place, new city, or new state? I remember why I didn't use this one. It's not that this is bad. There's something that's that I didn't wire correctly in that one specifically. I gotta go and fix it. Those were like my prototype levers. That blue one and that green one there, prototype levers. There you go. What's going on here? We're gonna go later? Okay. Yeah, I might have to rewire some of these. That's okay. Okay, I see what I gotta do. I need a larger stage in order for this to work. So I can get this good practice in. But I hope your move was great, man. Oh, what's that? Does it have my name or your name? Because I'm looking for a particular package for the jerseys to come in.
Get ready for the next battle.
Because everybody hates Jack 8 in this game. That's why I'm beating him up. Oh. Spider punk, spider punk. Wow. So I want to do that. I need to get more consistent with that combo. So I need to pop heat. All right. So. Okay, we got it 66 there. So, all right. So how do I, that's the part that I'm having a hard time with. It's like, boom. So I want to incorporate that elbow there. And I believe you can. So, see, that misses though. And I'm not understanding, maybe Button Drummer has an answer for it, but that misses. Ah, there you go. Okay. So that's the combo I need to do, bow. But I think you can make that bigger. That's what she said. So we got, and that's safe too. And then you can do it again. All right, so. Oh, I can jump in there, okay. You're +9, so anything slower than -15 can get power crushed. Wait, hold on. At which part? So if I do this, that part right there is, oh, okay. Oh, I can see that. I can see that. So let's see. That's the better option. I can see how that's I can see how that's a better option. It's safer. It's safer for sure. Down forward 2 will beat armor and rage arts. Demo Man. So really, from here on, those are probably going to be my safest options in from here on, right? Because I think at this point, a lot of people expect the Demo Man, right? And they're gonna block that low. They already know that's coming, right? I think the safest option is that mid right here, you know? What is that on block? Yeah, it's -8 on block, so I'm pretty safe doing that. But I'm not safe. I can get, you know, launched with the demo man. So, I need to put that in my arsenal. I need to do a better job with it too. Same with the back, the up back 2. I saw Roman Jelly do that. Man, that's so good. That is so freaking good, man. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? And it's also situational awareness too, right? So, all right, so we got that. Do I need to adjust myself? It's an educated game, meaning they have, if they have not blocked low after at least 2 other engages. Why is that, Godzilla King? I don't think that's the, maybe you mean mix-ups, but I don't think that might not be your problem, right? And I think that's one of the things that people will argue about Tekken. Tekken is not a game of deceit. It's a game of like conditioning, defense, and understanding. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people are getting like really upset and really annoyed with Tekken, because you're constantly gambling to learn behavior. Yeah. And that's something I'm working on like indefinitely right now. Like I'm not gonna say I'm frustrated Button Drummer, but I know I got under his skin, just not in a bad way. Me and Button Drummer are friends, right? So I just kind of switched things up for a second and started like getting just hitting him with 3 and down for a 1 instead of looking for the launch and the combo, you know? If your looking girl had a flat tire, what's a looking girl? I'm gonna do neither one because I'm married and I'm gonna keep on driving, my friend. News that have similar frame startup, like Down Forward 2 and Demo Man, are both 15, so I have to commit to one. Yeah. Needs to be better, but I definitely need to work on being less predictable. I think me and you both have that same issue, and I'm able to predict what's gonna happen. But I think one of the things that I've learned from a friend of mine, well, Saga plays like that, and alongside with Shrike, they kind of focus on like how do they respond if I'm being safe with pokes, right? I see that a lot from guys like that. It's like, yo, I'm responding to you off of safe pokes, right? These are mids, right? You can't lose being safe with, pokes and mids. You know? Like you're pretty safe, and like a lot of times people aren't just going to be they're not going to be punishing those types of moves, right? That's why I want to use those animation masks. Talk to Crazy about that, because I don't know I don't think that's the answer, you know? Like right now, because like, I got a question for you. If you see predictable, use that too. Make an opponent expect something, then switch it up. Yes. So that has nothing to do with like the animation necessarily. So like, what's the ones I used to do like at the lower rank? So I used to go like this and leave it alone. That's why that Button Drummer, that's why that back 4 made sense to me. I was like, yes, that makes tons of sense, right? So I used to do this, and I would, with the hopes that someone would mash. Because if they start mashing, right after that, I'm safe, and boop, and we're going the other way now, right? That sets me up really good. So what makes sense is, I know I want that, right? So why not get, I can get that in the same way because I know people are gonna map because they think they're safe. I'm +4, that +4 is enough. Mash on plus, that's what I've learned. Mashed on plus, wow. If I'm able to get that, I'm mashing it out. Or if they're like really, really close, like a freaking, like a flash from Yoshi, that looks nice. You know? Oh, yeah. If they just turtle, yeah. Exactly. And so really, Godzilla King, it's like, what do I want to do, and how do I open people up so that I can get them to do what I want to do, right? So that's where flow charting comes into play, right? Because that's where I admit that I have a problem, right? So what becomes predictable is my approach. That's predictable. Oh, he's been doing that, so I'm gonna block, right? So, but if I see that they don't know the little trick behind that, I'm following up with the, you know, wait, what? How do I'll go boop boop. That's my flow chart. So it's like, okay, they see that that's my flow chart, right? They see that's my flow chart. But now, what I need to do differently is, because I got this. Wow, that was different. They're expecting the low, right? They're expecting the, right? And even then, because people duck that. This is a Paul, that's Paul one-on-one, right? But what I do instead is like, all right, you're gonna duck that, trying to launch me. That one right there, you can duck that third hit. But instead, boom, stepped on. Get stepped on. So then after that, they're like, okay, I'm gonna block this. Or not block it. I'm gonna duck the second hit. That's duckable, right? They're gonna try that. But all right, cool, that's what's up. You're ducking now? That's not necessarily the same animation. It's just understanding the way your character works more than anything else, right? A great safe version of Paul's 1+2 is while standing 4. Like that. No, I didn't do it right. There it is. That's a mid. That's a mid. Eventually, they will try to step the while standing 4. Use down 4-1 instead and tracking 4-1 down 4. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense, Button Drummer. That makes sense. And that's a mid. So here goes another one, right? So, hey Theory, what's up, man? So here goes another one that I do. So it's like you're seeing this, and again you can duck that, right? But then it's like boop boop, and now I'm in a great position. They typically what I've been seeing at the higher levels, they come up and try to block this part right there. They block the low, or sometimes they don't even do it. They just eat it. I know a lot of guys that eat the low, right? But the next part of there, if you know the Paul matchup, I got that. I got that as an option. And I got the Rising 4 as an option. And the knee as an option. And I'm like, yo, those are great options. So go, Godzilla King, your next little lesson with Crazy, sit down with them and say, hey, CJ told me about systems. I don't understand that, because what you're saying is I have a system in place that I want to do, but it's too predictable. You need to mix up your system. So like this is a system. That's a system, because from this position right here, I can do a whole lot of stuff that I want to do, right? That's a game that I can play with people. That's a game that I can play with people. It's a system, right? And again, everybody has a system that they flow chart into. So my first system is this one. I just want to see what you're gonna do, right? So if I can't even get in the system to test that, I'm gonna do that. And then after that, it's like, okay, bow. I got so many options. You want options. You want options, Godzilla. You want options. You want options. You want options. Like you don't want. So what you don't want is two things that look the same. So that right there, you don't have enough options, right? So here it is. Here goes another. I think this is a great example of what you're talking about, and I don't think it's gonna work, right? So if I go this move right here, that puts you in a crumple state, right? But when I do it like this, it doesn't put you in a crumple state, right? You don't want that. You don't want to be like, oh, this is the same thing but different, right? Right? This is the same thing. It's literally the same thing, but you get different results from it, right? Or this is the same thing, but if I hold it, I'm going to get a different result than if I just press it, right? Two different results. Same thing here. Bop, bop, or bop. See, I get two different results, right? Even though it's the same thing. So you want a better system more than it is that you want different things to look. You want different movement to look the same to mix up your partner or your opponent. You need better ways to mix up. So again, I repeat. This is a system right here. This rising. Anything while rising with Paul is a system. So that's part of the system. 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 That's part of the system, right? So it's like, all right, so from that position, how do I get there? What are the ways that I can get to that position, right? So I can get to that position by, wait, hold on. That's part of my system because that's part of my while rising system that I have in place, right? And I always can get to it. Because doing a jump hell sweep, but also having moves that look exactly the same as, yes, absolutely. That's it. It's a system. It's a system. Crazy's gonna tell you the same thing. It's a system that's there. Katana Creations, what's up, man? How's it going? So again, this getting in this part right here is part of is part of the system. Right, and that's what I'm saying. So all right. Let's start right here. Deep dive. I'm using that as an example because that's the same thing as Kazuya's jumping hell sweep, right? Boom. This is my system. That deep dive. What am I gonna do from deep dive? I got options, right? My first option, bow, bow. I go with that first. My second option, 4. My third option, 3. My fourth option, 2, right? Those are all options. And then guess what looks like deep dive? That looks like deep dive. Those are all things that derive from the same animation, right? Mix that up. Mix all that up. You think best option is while standing 3? All right, so Godzilla, it's a system. And that's what so let's revert. Now that you saw my system, right? That's all my system right there. Remember what we were talking about, right? It's my system. Right? That's what I did. That's what we originally came to. So now you see what's happening. All right, cool. Now we understand that. So now the system gets deeper if you let me get it. Wait, I'm sorry. Boom. You let me get that. And then I'm getting a third system, a flow chart, right? Now we can do that again, that same system. Okay, hold on, sorry. And I can stop right there. Or with that same system, when I do the, does that make sense? Does that make sense, man? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, sometimes they don't block, right? That's a little bit different than the last one, right? A little bit different than the last one. Yo, Johnny, what's up, man? How's it going? So, and that's what Crazy's gonna try to get you to do, right? With your Raven. So now, you can break down each part of your systems to get where you want to be at, right? Break down your system to get where you want to be at. So I generally want to be in a state of wild rising. That's what Button Drummer is talking about, right? I'm always in this state of wild rising. I got options. I got a lot of good options too. Got a lot of good options, man. Got a lot of good options. That's what you want. So that goes to the other part. It's like once you find your system, that's when they say you're flow charting. That's where flow charting comes from, right? Because you probably already got a system that you do. You just don't know how to get to that point where you can flow chart more, right? Everybody wants to get into their flow state, but you got to figure out the system you have to get into that flow state. So for me, it's still how do I get to this part so I can get this? But I still can get it from here, you know? I can get it. I like that move. So I'm gonna get. That's my goal, to get to that same spot right there. Yeah. Yeah. But that also plays into, ultimately, part of your system. You got to figure out how to open them up, right? Again, we some get it, some don't, right? That's why we're stuck in this place, in the state that we're in. You open them up by, I want to make you mash so I can get into my system, man. Oh, you block with your face? That means I can do that, you know? I'll make you scared. I'm going to make you make a mistake. My Lars system is different because I pull from 4 different Lars content creators plus implement my own. That's fair. You need to play freaking AOP. AOP goes into Mix Fest. My gosh, my freaking gosh. Freaking crazy how he mixed people up, man. Yo, While Standing 3 is 13 and safe. Oh, it also has delayable counter hit launch follow-up. Ooh. Ooh. Scissor me temper. How do I do it? No, that's not what I want. Ah, that's what I want. I need to do that. I need to do that version of it more. Ah, oh, that's what crazy. All right, here goes my next argument. Hey, this is for you, Button Drummer. So me and Crazy were having a discussion, and he believes that Tekken 8 is too easy, and the inputs, it has easy inputs. My argument is, yes, it has easy inputs, but you're rewarded for doing the real inputs, right? So Paul has a scissor kick. He's like, that's not fair by doing up forward 3-4. I'm like, why isn't it fair? Because originally it was 4-4-3-4. But 4-4-3-4 is two points more damage. It rewards you for doing the old legacy inputs. Why are we mad? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm with you on that. I think we're speaking the same language, right? Just kind of hear me out. It's when It's when you have a particular thought in your head about why the game is good or why the game is bad. Man, we're gonna have to have a whole podcast about this, because the stuff that I'm with you on, that's where the issue's at, right? And I think that in Tekken 8, I really don't think that's necessarily the problem or the issue, right? Easy input, or this game is mix up heavy, right? They already told you that's what it was gonna be. I still like Tekken 8. I think my biggest issue is the things that are supposed to work, they don't work. That's my problem. Or the things that shouldn't work. Why am I sidestepping and I'm still getting hit and I'm beside the person and you still haven't fixed it? When I went against folks like Drummer, Shooter, and Fury, it's like they just sat there waiting. I can feel it. They're sitting there just studying what I'm pressing and patterns and simultaneously not getting mixed. I want to get to a point where they don't have to sit there and think and be comfortable. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I fight Button Drummer all the time. Or more recently we've been fighting each other, right? And some of that is play your play style to see what they're gonna do, and then you sit back. Even though they say this game is more aggressive, and you should be aggressive, doesn't mean that you always have to play that way. So, all right. So they don't have time to sit there. Right. So here it is. Example. I like to do this. That's what I like to do. I like to do that. But I want to see how they're going to respond and react. I'll leave it alone. How are you going to react to that? And for that matter, I think I'm safe on this one. I think I'm safe on that. Plus frame OB moves exist though, and create the time for me to. Yeah. So I just want to see what you're gonna do. The thing that Button Drummer taught me, I gotta give him his props on that. Hey, see what they're gonna do, right? So you did this. Oh, you want to attack me immediately, and that's what I'm saying. Work on your pokes, man. Work on your pokes to see. That's them sitting back. You're not realizing that. You're just like, all right, what's the best combo I can do to get them? No, just see what they do. Boom. How do you respond to this? How do you respond to that? How do you throw out a move and I try to punish it, or I whiff punish. How do you respond to this? I want to see how you respond. How do you respond to the shoulder on block? If you don't respond to the shoulder on block, I'm going to do it that much more, because you don't realize that's a punish. You don't realize that's punishable. It's like, it's 18 I'm minus 18 on block. Punish me. But you're not doing that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep on doing that. And now I don't even have to do combos anymore at that point. I'm just like, all right, you're not doing it. I'm gonna frustrate you. I'm gonna frustrate you by doing all this dumb stuff that you don't like, See, that's 18 frames. Boom. 18 each and every time. So I would say do safe stuff. Round, you gotta have round strategy, right? Treat it like boxing. There's the way to beat Mike Tyson is let him gas himself out the first 3 to 4 rounds, and then you start ramping up on the back end. Muhammad Ali did the same thing. I'm gonna tire you out and just let you go. Sometimes people just let you go so you get tired and there's nothing that's working. That's part of the mental game of Tekken, right? Nothing's working. None of my stuff works. Hey, first round, it should be experimenting. What is this person about? What is this person about? What does this person like to do? So for me, I'm like, hey, if you're coming at me really aggressive, I'm gonna let you get that first game, that first round. Take it. Don't care. You're being really aggressive towards me, and you get in this habit of I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna mash. I'm gonna keep on going, right? And then after round 2, sidestep, boom. What? Sidestep, bah. Got you. No, wait, hold on. Now you're slowing my game down. I can't go as fast up. They get frustrated. Boom. they think it's the same thing as me doing that. It looks similar, but it's not. But I noticed, boom, you did that and you're mashing as you're coming back up. You're still mashing coming back up, right? So now, that makes sense, right? So, and kind of making my point here, right? Let's go to, is this it? Component action 1, no. We want offense still. We want him to, I want him to do block all. Yeah. Action after a hit or block, right? Let's see. We want a move. We want a punish, right? Or attempt to punish. Or we want him to let me get off that. Action, change, condition, one or hit move. What is it that I want him to do? I want to, what is it? Punishment settings. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this. Yes, that's what we want. I'm just use that one. I think I'm doing this wrong though. Wait, hold on. I'm having a brain fart here. All right, let's see if this. Am I doing? No, I'm doing this wrong. Wait, hold on. Training, actions, conditions. Got that. Action, punish. All right, cool. So block. See that? That's kind of my point there. So previously, this is how they respond, right? They respond this way to me punching, right? So I know now that I can do a back 3 to get them. Got to pay attention to what your opponent's doing. Hold that thought real quick, like. Hold that thought. Be right back.
Pussy poppin', made you nervous. Don't you serve it purpose in the lip. Holy hoop, meet me at the circus collarbone. From behind, baby, you deserve it the most. Pac-Man, chasing Holy Ghost, I'm on you hope. Gobble gobble, tastes like turkey roast. I'm nursing turkey from Albuquerque. I got all the smoking if you feel it. I have you leaning to that antidote in your veins. Cocaine, do not feel like dope. So she want me now.
Hello, is this thing on? It's Bugs Main. Hey y'all know my favorite game to play is Overwatch. Also like Apex Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Rogue Company. I'm a little social or whatever, you know, I'm good. So I'm definitely on Instagram at BreeBugs, on Instagram, on Twitter, I'm damn fool Bugs, girl, hello. And you can find me on Snapchat as well. It's BreeBugs on Snapchat. My main link, okay, the main link is www.twitch.tv/it's Bugs Main. That's it's with a Z, Bugs with 2 G's, and Main with an E.
let's get back to it. Who was that nice lady? That wasn't Elle. No, that was my homegirl Bugs. That was my homegirl Bugs. That video's like, I'm gonna say that video like 5 or 6 years old, man. That's when I was on Mixer. When I was on Mixer. Let's see. All right, let's finish this out. Let's finish this out strong as we're talking about this. But here, I'm not paying attention to what my opponent is doing in regards to what I'm doing. I'm just looking at what they're doing in general and putting and trying to see if I can punish them via frames. Somebody's getting, well, the only problem is I get demonetized for that type of stuff. But no, I don't necessarily disagree. We should put that on there. I think it'd be hilarious. But yes, let's get back to it. So what I would recommend for a guy like you right now, right? Because I know we're probably about the same rank, but like you're still trying to figure some things out, and there's nothing wrong with figuring it out. What I would do is play Tekken like this, because like go into practice, put your opponent on the highest level possible and work on your pokes, bro. Work on your pokes and punishes. Yeah? That's what I'm looking for all day. I want punishes. See, like, I didn't know doing that move right there put me in a crouch state. Right? But you can't figure that out on the fly. It's like, all right, I can stop that. I can get this poke in there. I can get these pokes in there. I'm poking them. I'm poking them. I'm stopping you. I'm poking you. I'm getting to a place where I want you to be at. Uh-oh. Okie pressure, yes. So now the computer knows that I'm doing that, right? Get stepped on, my friend. So, but yeah, that's what I would say you gotta do, is find ways. Like, don't look for the combo. Don't look for the combo. Stop looking for the combo. I would sit here and play against these characters. Don't let them pressure you into making bad habits, right? Because with Tekken, they're gonna have the characters throw out their key moves. These are Jack's key moves right here that are utilizing. These are moves that you should see that a lot of Jack players doing. So how are you going to respond to these? How are you responding to these moves? Right? Yeah, I would definitely work on. So like, I don't know the Jack matchup as good as I'm supposed to. The only thing that this Jack isn't doing, the computer Jack doing, spamming that little gigaton little shockwave thing that he does. That's the only thing that you probably have to lab at that point. And what the fun fact, it's a you can duck it. Just practice pokes. Woo! That's a mid. I recognize that. Gotta recognize the 10 frames. I'm horrible recognizing when, oh, that's a 10 frame combo going on. Not 10 frame, the 10 hit combo. Oh, that sucks. The blue gets, so you gotta find moves that punish it, right? You gotta work on the whiff punishes, right? Whoa! See, I have the hardest time reading those, man. It might be because I'm getting old and my reflexes. So I have to work on predicting what's getting ready to happen versus reacting and using reflexes to know what's going on too. If he plants a seed and misses, woo! Also, you gotta work on staying out of Jack's way. I'm working on sidestepping and stuff too. And I'm bad about that also. Just sidestepping, that tracks. Whoa! Now he's beating my butt. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, so for me, this tells me a lot. Like, hey, I really don't know the Jack matchup as well as I did, as well as I thought I did, right? That's what it tells me. Punishing using back 4 against Jack. Back 3. No, you said meant back 3. Fear the bow. Ooh. That's punishable. I shouldn't have done that. I need to work on that one right there. That doesn't punish. I saw that one. He did a while rising move. So, yeah. Yeah, man. I would do that. But back to my original point here, getting back to getting some of this other stuff done. I've been having a hard time getting work on just punch training at first, easy then hard, and it will become more natural over time. Yes, I'm with that. A character a week, 5 to 10 minutes, grind it out, learn the punishments. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. And you do it for the love of the game, man. Are you going now? Oh, I'll go too. I don't got that much longer, baby. Huh? Is there Wi-Fi at the park? Okay, I'll figure it out in a second. Like min-max, one combo. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, that's what I gotta work on. I can't, and I know that combo does more damage if I'm able to get that. So I have the hardest time with that. I know the trick to that move so that I can catch it on the launch is as soon as he looks up in the air, that means you can do the input, right? And that little small amount of time, that's when you do it. If the second elbow is really hard, just use 4 instead. Yeah, of course, right? And you still get the same, but I think it's the intimidation factor that goes along with it. Like, hey, I'm letting you know how good I am. Does it make sense? Like sometimes that's the that's the thing that makes someone back down. That's the kind of conversation that me and Carnage had. Like, he's like, yo, this dude, he's really good. He's wave dashing in my face. No, I think that's just an intimidation thing. He's trying to tell you like, hey, I'm really good at inputs. Don't try me, right? And so if I'm able to do that consistently at that, gotta get it as soon as he looks up. There it is. He's like, yo, he did the versus going, all right. I mean, guys that know, right? Guys that know. If you want to master quarter circle 1, work on pressing the down and releasing it fast as possible. Pressing it down? What do you mean? Releasing as possible? What? Work on pressing down and releasing it fast? I'm not understanding. If you keep getting down for it 2, you're not releasing the the motion. Got it. I'm not doing it. Okay. I'm hearing you. I got you. I hear what you're saying. But I don't know what the cue is when you get that. You can get that 3 times in a row. I don't know what the cue is. If you're doing it really fast, but keep getting down for it too, gotta release the D faster. I think mine is it drops. You know? Well, that one right there, that part right there, that makes sense. But mine's is that it drops. The timing, you're right, absolutely. But that's the one that I want to get, man. Talking about a flex, I just can't get that one. Yeah, I really don't know how to get that one. I really don't. It's okay. Well, can I get that twice? Can I do that, Stice? Huh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that quarter circle. Hmm. 4-3. Can't get it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think while standing 2, 3. And you get a little dash in there. I don't know, but it's fine. I'm gonna maybe when I'm doing stuff tonight. If are you gonna be free tonight, Button Drummer? If you're free tonight, I would love to talk to you about some of this stuff. Can't do it. All right. I'm going to leave that alone. A great practice session today. Great talks today. All right. So. Oh, do we have a new fight pass? Oh, that's a bet. All right, so I'm going to do something that's very tough. I'm going to get rid of some of my paws. Hey, what's up, Jay? How's it going? Well, not anymore. I think I'm hung up. I think I'm going to hang it up for a second. So I'm going to get rid of some of these because I'm not worthy. Are we going to delete this one? Even if they have maintenance later, we can. Yeah, we definitely go through practice stuff, man. I'm definitely down to go through practice stuff with you, man. Delete. All right. We delete this one over here. Like, these are some of my favorites. We got to get rid of you, AJ Styles. Delete. I'm just keeping my favorites. Like, we're gonna keep Toxic Mickey. That's what I like to call it, Toxic Mickey. We're gonna keep him. So when I'm having fun and stuff like that, but I need a core group for this thing to work that I'm trying to do. This little experiment that I'm having when we're talking about like mindset, right? And one of the things that I've been really thinking about when it comes to mindset and is like, hey, I need to have like a dopamine, I need a dopamine hit with mindset. Like, if I made this rank, I earned this belt. That's kind of how, like, I'm keeping this because that's my coach's outfit. I have to keep that one because of my coach. But it's a dopamine hit. Not only like do you get promoted, but it's a dopamine hit when you're able to get a belt or a title. We already got the rank. But you need something to go along with it to remind you, even when you're playing on like player matches and stuff, like copy, and then we're gonna put this right here. And we're gonna go copy and put this right here. Delete that one. But yeah, I definitely need like dopamine hits of, and the thing he says, like, work on your comp. Dances with fists. Ha! That's funny. We're the ones that I like. Dear God. Dear God is definitely one I'm gonna keep. Let's copy this one. Put him right here. We're definitely gonna keep Bugs Bunny. I think that's one worth keeping. Copy. And we're keeping the Powerline one. We're keeping some like good classic CJ Berry, you know, fits. I don't know if I want to. I'll come back over here. I think. What's the last one that's like, these are staples for like when I'm BSing in quick matching. That's kind of what I want to do here. Maybe put this, we're going to put this law version. I like mixing people up a little bit. And then this is one of my favorites too. One of my first ones, this Cyclops. The Cyclops one is great too. All right. So let's start deleting stuff. Delete, yeah. I don't really need that one. We can delete this one now. Delete. Delete. You know, this was in honor of the Dodgers winning the World Series. I like the Dan Abiki one, but I don't think I'm gonna keep that one. The Paw Rapper, the rapper, yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. So here goes another one that's like I'm for sure gonna keep. We're gonna delete this one. I'm keeping this one. I think that might be my Tekken God Supreme. When I finally get there, I'll officially be able to use that one. I don't need the Goku joint. No. Don't need the M. Bison joint. No. We don't need Sean. Not anymore. Don't need Gao. But I do like Tuxedo Matt. What's up, man? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be outside in a second. You know what? I'm going to leave it right here because my wife right now is telling me I need to meet the new neighbors. We're going to come back to this tomorrow. All right? We're going to come back to this tomorrow. I'm going to leave this right here. Yeah. I'll leave this right here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. We're going to get right back to Tekken on tomorrow after Trailer Tuesdays. And then by Thursday, or sooner, depending on how much time we have, we'll work on Godzilla King's arcade stick. Cool. With that, guys, I appreciate you. I love y'all. I'm the most determined soul, CJ Berry, the leader of Waves and Waves of People in Determination. Success and victory don't block with your face, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Peace out. Thank you so much for spending time with me and the rest of Determination. Please follow me on all my social media platforms that are listed here. If you just missed the show, I will be back on weekdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. CST. That's Central Standard Time. Also, join the Discord for announcements and additional conversations like the ones we've had today. Success and victory, and I will see you next time.